I kind of don't want him to die, so I think it would be best to just go straight for the boss, and mostly because uh I really don't want that other guy coming back while we're in here still.
True. My only concern is that we don't know what's in these other rooms, and if we've got to desperately get out of here after we've killed the boss, we may end up leaving villagers behind.
I mean, I can take a look around before going to the boss, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't be as thorough as if I would have some time.
Well,
just because. Yeah.
Either way. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Crabby D&D. I am here with my players, Cat,
Hi.
Kirv. We'll get back to Kirv. Kay.
Hello.
Vinny.
Hello.
And Romulus.
Hello.
Yes, we have everybody today. Kirv is here. She'll step back in when she's about. Or realises that she's muted. Either way. So, shall we begin?
Yes.
Yeah? Alright.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. Welcome returns to all. I see that things are exactly where I left them, so let's begin our recap, shall we? Last session, our party of sneaky adventurers, Cat, Kay, Kirv, Romulus, and Vinny, had taken to enacting their plan to enter the cavern within the mountain, using tents and spells to sneak up along the edge of the mountain closer to the camp, before making a bolt for the palisade wall, Kay snuffing out the watchtower's magical flame as a distraction. After a close call with an imp being turned to stone, the party dug into the mountainside and carved out a tunnel, filling it in behind them as they progressed deeper within, until they surfaced somewhere within the cave itself. With a narrow assassination of the first watch guard, Romulus masqueraded as the first guard and a statue, but not at the same time. With the distraction in place, Kay caught a glimpse of Corsair being called a traitor by the dwarves, who then hauled him off deeper into the cavern to their presumed leader. Having regrouped with the party, they now prepare for the next segment of their plan. The rough cavern walls here are gently lit by the flickering magical flames of the braziers before you. Ledges used by the guardsmen who are on watch, the first and the second, have spikes at the base of them, preventing any easy attack or scaling of those particular areas. Yet the two nearest you lay abandoned as you have taken the individuals out. Now, what do you want to do? I believe Cat and Kirv, the two of you are currently concentrating on spider form.
Is there concentration?
I don't remember, but for now I'm going to put those markers on you so I remember.
Okay. Fair. Yeah, we have spider form, but
Yeah.
I'm concentrating on alter self.
Ah, okay, a spider form, not a concentration then.
No.
Okay. And you just both have spider form. Just as a general reminder.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Awesome. So, shall we proceed onwards, or shall we go check out this room here first? Just into the one on our nearest, because left and right sucks for me.
If there's people in there, we can't risk them starting an alarm.
True.
Let's get as close to this boss as possible before anyone knows we're here.
Okay, so the two guys, if we're gonna go straight on, then the two guys ahead, I can pull them onto the spikes, but we're probably gonna need two people to potentially finish them off should that not kill them.
And finish them off quietly.
Mhm.
Well, uh,
How are you going to pull them off, by the way?
Homing blade and a pull rune. And a twin. Yeah, I should mess that up. Yeah. What's going to be the cheap?
Wait, a twin and a pull?
Yeah, it's just dawned on me actually. It probably would be cheaper or more cost effective for me to do a
Magic missile.
magic missile, yeah.
Yeah.
Magic missile and pull. Yeah. Magic missile and pull.
Yeah, because then you don't have to roll for succeeding on the spell.
Yeah. That and 2 runes is going to cost around about the same as what it'd be. Yeah, so I might as well just magic missile. Magic missile and a pull rune.
And then all the rest of us be on hand to rush in and try and finish them off
Mm-hmm.
before they realise. Okay.
The good old yank and shank.
I mean, it's not a perfect strategy. I think it's as best as we're going to get in this scenario.
True. Okay, that tunnel up there, gesturing to up here, did that go all the way round?
yes, I believe when I came back, I said I would have described what I saw.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you've let them know that there's a torture chamber above you, or directly above you, that's currently vacant but has blood crystals in it, and there's captives up here.
Okay. The other thought I've got is possibly down here might have another route leading forward as well. Without prisoners.
It might, but it might have more people.
True, I'm trying to think of closing the gap without giving too much notice. That's
Give
quite a
them-
distance to cover to finish them off.
I can try and take a look.
How long does Ultra Self last, by the way?
An hour,
Okay, that's fine.
so it'll last
I mean,
the
it's
same
been
time.
a week.
2K. Yeah. Ultra
Measure
Self by the
spell
time will end at the same
durations
time.
by the real lifetime spent. Oof.
Yeeks. Okay, so much older now. Okay. Yeah, if you're able to sneakily get a little peek, it doesn't have to be specific, it's more just see if there's anyone instead of what's in there. If you're able to.
Back along the ceiling I go to take a look down in this direction.
Okay, go ahead and make me another athletics check and or stealth check. Your choice, depending on if you're being quiet or not.
I'm gonna be quiet.
Okay, so
Because I
one
don't wanna get
athletics
caught.
and one stealth. The athletics here is just for speed, because you'll still be able to climb quite easily. It's just a nature of how fast you'll be. And I'm keeping this in count because of what may or may not happen to Corsair. You don't know yet.
Athletics on the left, stealth on the right.
Okay. Okay. 2 very good rolls. Moving across the ceiling at a decent pace, kind of swinging as you go, using it almost like monkey bars, but relying on having to have your claws dug in deep so you do not fall out. You swing one into the next. As you get about here, you can see that there is another light and what looks to be another hallway leading off further in this direction that's just peeking out from what you can see. More accurately, you see before you, in this current segment, what looks to be some form of sleeping chamber. Where you currently see, resting in that particular spot there... Ooh, nope, I want to pick up the tile. There we go. You see sleeping in this current bed, a singular dwarf, otherwise lying down in the bed. You do not know if there may be more in, but you can hear kind of a gentle snoring of individuals.
Alright, I'm going to move in just a little bit more to be able to see around this corner.
Okay.
Nothing more alluring to D&D party than a hoard of treasure and an unconscious target.
Further in, you can see what look to be 3 more individuals, of whom 2 are currently drinking and talking, with another one asleep.
Okay.
Yeah. They don't seem to have noticed you, which is good, but you otherwise sneak into the room and that's what you can see. You can see a lot of the beds are otherwise vacant currently. You are aware that quite a lot of individuals have gone to sleep outside, so you're not so sure why there are so many beds in here.
Well, I'm not gonna press my luck, so I am gonna go back.
Okay. As you otherwise back off, you otherwise... well, I'll say before you otherwise fully leave, as you're otherwise travelling along the ceiling, you quickly grab to the ceiling as you hear the sound of footsteps and moving. As you note, one of these particular individuals otherwise walks up through this chamber and says gets a bit closer before saying a few things in Dwarvish. Do you linger or do you keep going back?
I linger to see what happens.
Okay.
See if they get up and start heading in this direction or not.
They keep otherwise talking for a moment before they take a seat next to the other ones. The bottle is otherwise slid towards them.
I will go back. Okay, so below us is a sleeping quarters.
Okay.
And there's 5 people there now, from what I could see.
Oh. Okay.
Are they all asleep?
No, only 2 are. The other 3 are talking and drinking.
I think that rules that direction out. For the stealth purpose, anyway.
Yeah.
You mentioned that the chamber with the captives led pretty close to those 2 guards, right?
It did, but don't know how the captives will react when they see other people.
I just suspect that it'll be a lot easier to get to the guards from that direction than it would be trying to sneak up towards them, given the bright lighting ahead of us.
That's true. But it's...
Worst case scenario, the captives make a fuss. That happens, they're unlikely to immediately sound an alarm. Instead, they'll probably come and check it. At which point, murder. Alternatively, incredible amounts of violence followed by knocking them unconscious, but probably murder. So, I therefore see it as the only logical option to attempt to ensure the silence of the captives for sneaking up to those 2 guards. Does anyone disagree?
No, I agree. I mean,
Very
putting
well.
our trust on people we don't know to behave themselves, but at the same time, I mean, either way, we'll have the jump on the guards.
The alternative is we break off a blood crystal and I javelin it into one of the guards, but that does come with the downside of potentially losing us some precious blood crystal. I need to stress this. I'm taking the blood crystal. It will be mine.
You've got to go into the room and harvest it first.
I know. That's what I'm fucking scared about.
We can do that. That's not a problem. Okay, so the plan is then to go up through there, try and keep the guys, the people in there, calm as we're going through, or by you lot going through, because that's going to be, looking at the entrance on this side, it's quite a narrow pathway, so I don't think we're all going to be able to storm out the other side if it's the same size. I'll stick back here because I can pull them onto spikes from here. And I guess it's let me know when you're ready. I'll pass Jeff to Romulus.
Thank you.
Please look after him. Jeff, let me know when Romulus says that we're ready to start.
I can go ahead and try and talk to them first and make sure that no other guards have walked into there first.
Okay, that sounds like a plan. Should probably do this sooner rather than later
Yeah,
before the
let's
guards start moving.
Get moving.
Okay.
Alright, I will go ahead to try and talk to these people. I'm going to be silent at first before I get to where I can actually talk to them.
Okay. So is this the captives?
Yeah, gonna try and make sure that they're calm. But
Okay.
I'm going along the ceiling like I did before, just in case any guards come through.
Okay. Athletics and stealth check, please.
Athletics not so good, but still pretty good.
The athletics, you're finding it more difficult with your original handholds in place where you have otherwise jammed in and then pulled your claws out. You're finding less and less space for you to be able to actively climb across the ceiling with more of these loose handholds. So there are a few times you have to be careful and a lot slower than you would prefer, but you do still travel there. It takes maybe a few minutes to cross this distance as opposed to being maybe less than a minute that you would have ideally wanted. But you are still very quiet as you move. I will just roll general perception checks for all of these individuals, see if any of them get a natural 20 and somehow spot you. What's your total, by the way?
My total. My total is 22.
Yeah, none of them notice you. One of them rolled decently, but not well enough.
Figured.
Okay, so you otherwise make it to where you would like in the room. You can't see any guards that would be in this room from the looks of it.
Alright.
BRB.
Just just a look over these people. Can I tell which one of these people may or may not be more reasonable than the others?
Make me an insight check. I'm going to say with disadvantage because these are individuals you've had no interaction with outside of watching them shy away from the dwarves.
It's a 9?
9. Looking about them, none of them really carry anything that signifies a leader or a diplomat. All of these individuals look like they've been taken from farmhouses. They are farmers. And none of them seem to have...
This one, right?
Yes, Corsair was in that one, but there is no necessarily... There isn't anybody who stands out as reasonable.
Alright. I'm gonna start with this guy first. He
Okay.
was with Corsair, and Corsair might have said something.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna be like here and kind of like slowly go down the wall
Mm-hmm.
where I don't have to be as loud trying to talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me?
Huh? They
Calm
immediately
down.
begin looking around in front of them.
Calm down. Calm down.
Okay.
We are here to help get you guys out of here.
Okay.
We need to get everybody out, including the person that was taken.
Okay.
We are going to be trying to move through here and try and get the other 2 guards that are ahead of us here. We need everybody here to be quiet and not give us away. So please do not overreact if you see people come through.
Okay, but you'll come back for us, right?
Yes, we were hired to rescue everybody.
Okay. He otherwise leans against the cage and begins to kind of hushly say something to the others. I'm gonna have him roll. Yeah. Are you making yourself known to the rest of them?
When he gets to the part about others helping, I will kind of like show myself.
Okay, so I'm gonna give him a persuasion check with advantage here. Heh. That's a 2 and a 5.
Oh, God.
He otherwise begins to speak up, and one of the ones in the other cage otherwise kind of leans forward and places their hands against the bars, kind of looking directly at you, Kay, and goes, Please, I need to get back. They've just been taking more and more, please, and begins speaking louder.
Which one is it?
I will say this one in here is now
Alright.
up against the bars.
I will
Step.
gently come down and take one of her hands in mine.
Okay.
Not roughly or anything, but kind of like in a soothing matter.
Yeah.
We will get everybody out. We just need to get everybody, including the man that was taken.
Go ahead and make me a persuasion check.
Oh.
Looking at this individual, you can see, as you begin to talk to them, you begin to note that their eyes are very, very red and bloodshot. This individual has, from what you can tell, even though it's only been a short time, but you don't necessarily know if this one's a fresh prisoner or an old prisoner, they have otherwise been warped away from logic. They seem to be panicking more than the rest or the others, so as they begin to begin shaking the cage and shouting, Please help me, please help us, we need to get out of here.
God.
The rest of you can hear this.
Okay, I am gonna go. I mean, I'm already on the ceiling, so I'm gonna move somewhere I've got line of sight of these two.
Okay. Line of sight of those two will require you to move further up, just due to the nature of you being on the ceiling with the stalactites and stuff.
Okay, all right. With my alter self, can I constantly change that, or does it just stay as it is when
I'm okay with people adjusting it depending on the nature of what you're trying to achieve.
Okay, because at the moment I'm still a bush, which is weird. Can I give myself like a more stony look?
Yeah, that would be
I
alright.
blend in more with the terrain.
Yeah, I mean it's
And
keeping to the essence of advantage on stealth checks, so that's fine.
Cool. And I will move to here.
Okay, on the ceiling.
Yeah, on the ceiling. Hopefully, if there's a
Welcome back.
stalactite around somewhere, I'll try and use that as also some degree of cover.
Yeah. So just to get you caught up here, Kirv, Kay went in to try and talk to them. He spoke to the one who was the most reasonable, and he failed both of his persuasion checks with a 2 and a 5, even with advantage. And then Kay went to speak to one of them. Unfortunately, she was insane, so when he spoke to her, and unfortunately in the event rolled an actual 1, she began screaming to the rest of you. You hear her otherwise screaming, Please get me out of here, please help us.
Okay. Yeah. And as I move away, I'll just say to the party, go.
Right. Let's get going.
Are you moving up, and where are you going?
I think we need to go around this way, right?
That's the intention.
But aren't the guards going to start running over there now?
Well, I don't imagine they're going to run. They're probably going to amble, if anything, because, yeah, but yes. I'm in position ready to pull them.
And I'm gonna knock this chick out.
Okay, so I'll say in this order then, Vinny and Romulus, is there anything you're doing right in the back here?
I'm just waiting for my opportunity to rush in and smack someone. So I'm happy to, like, sneak up.
So move up.
So travel with Vinny, effectively.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Vinny, what would you like to do? Cat has obviously just said to the potentially move up with this.
Yeah, I don't think I can get very close around this way without being like very visible.
Mm-hmm.
So I think my best bet is to try and sneak up this way.
Okay.
I should hear Cat casting a spell, right?
Depends. It depends what
I'm
spell.
basically, yeah, it's gonna be magic missile, and I am holding until they get 10 foot from the edge,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll pull them back on onto
Okay.
the spikes.
Okay.
So hopefully
I
that should give us a bit of time.
so I'm still. Is Cat currently still on the wall?
On the ceiling, yes. Yeah.
Can I pop over to here just to keep an eye on her?
Yeah, that's right.
On the
Okay.
ceiling?
So, I will ask for stealth checks from all four of you to begin with, and I'll say you two travelling at a slower speed gets you to about here. Okay. What would you like to do while they're making stealth checks? You said you were going to knock her out.
Yes, I'm just gonna do I'm just gonna do a slight chop to the back of their neck, like they do in anime and stuff.
They
I'm
are
not gonna-
inside of a cage, and getting your arm in there for that sort of motion will be extremely difficult. So she will have 3/4 cover.
She was poking herself out of the cage.
She was
she's
holding
up
the
against
bars.
the side of the cage.
She's holding against the bars. These are lattice worked in such a way that you would have, let's just say they're about 2 rats thick.
I see.
So you could get your hand in there to do this. You're just either going to have either disadvantage or she gets 3/4 cover because she's not accepting the attack, so to say. Granted, she's not wearing armor, so she's not exactly got high AC, but this is still an attack either way.
Yeah, it's understandable. I just
It's just a difficulty with getting your arm in. So yeah, if you want to go ahead and do that, you may make an attack either a single roll, but she gets 3/4 cover, so +5 to her AC, or you roll with disadvantage. Your choice. Stealth checks. What did we get here? So we have Romulus.
14.
14. Vinny.
11.
11. Cat.
18.
And Kirv.
15.
Okay. And Cat, you remember to roll with advantage?
Disadvantage.
Take a disadvantage, okay.
Yeah, I feel like I might have a better try of doing it with disadvantage.
Okay.
Should be fine.
Should I have rolled with advantage, sorry, while being on the ceiling?
No, it's just Cat's got ult herself up, which is making her look like rocks at the moment. That's right.
15.
15. Reaching into the bar and otherwise performing a quick strike towards the back of her neck. I'm going to roll wisdom saves for the other 2 that are in the cell.
While I say this, I'm gonna kind of like hold her up still so she doesn't just fall and ask if they will take her. Showing that I'm not trying to be mean, just...
Okay. They both succeed on their wisdom saves in this instance. So neither of them are panicking. They have made the connection that what you are doing is helping them. So as she otherwise collapses onto the ground unconscious, the other 2 kind of lower her down to the bottom of the cage and stand in front of her as if to mask whatever's going on. At which point, you otherwise begin to hear the sound of movement. And Cat, you, from this distance, I'd say you spot this. These 2 have otherwise seemingly diverted their attention this way, as they are both squinting to look into the dark space. Neither of them have risen the alarm, so they don't seem to know what's going on. But one of them looks back and says something, and you watch as squeezing past, otherwise cutting itself on the spikes as it moves through, one of the large belly butchers, otherwise stepping through as it begins to kind of step forward and begins to sniff before attempting to squeeze through here. Okay, you see this coming. This thing isn't exactly quiet. And you don't know whether it's noticed you or not. You have a reaction of some form to do what you might want to do in this instance.
Well, my only thing that I can think of doing is to try and hide myself again, but I kind of like put my finger up to the mouth of my mask. That's like a shushing thing, and I'm gonna try and climb the wall again.
Okay. Where are you going
Before
to try and
it gets
hide
me.
specifically?
I'm gonna go back this way more and then go up.
Okay. So, you have so you're climbing the wall as well. Okay. So Kat, are you doing anything during this time as you're watching this kind of the belly butcher begin to squeeze through and into here?
I will. I'm not gonna cast anything because it's gonna pretty much give us away. I'm trusting that Kay's got a good. He's always hiding. Kat knows he's good at hiding, so she's gonna have faith that he can hide. But I am gonna say to Kirv, stop the other two for a second.
So
Pig
is that
man.
stop the other two?
Yeah, stop the other two for a second. There's a pig man.
Vinny and Romulus.
Oh, okay. Okay, I shuffle to face those two. And I try and do like a hand symbol of stop.
Okay. I assume you two stop?
Yes.
I guess we don't have
Yeah.
a choice. Yeah, where can we?
And then I start pretending to be a pig to try and.
There we go. Give me a performance check. I want to see this.
I suppose we can have advantage because this is such a very Kirv thing to do.
Yeah.
I'll say that you pick up on it pretty quickly what she's implying.
Ooh. 19.
19. Having worked on a farm before, you know what pigs are.
Hell pigs, right?
Hell pigs.
Hell pigs. Yep. With hell bacon.
Starts
Yep.
screaming.
Yeah. The bacon screams when you fry it.
Oh God.
Adds more flavour.
Hey, really wants to go to hell now.
So,
Dude, I'll take you.
it's okay. As you're otherwise hiding, please make me a stealth check. As it's going to squeeze into this room and immediately begin sniffing in the air around you.
I completely forgot. I still have my advantage.
You swapped for your
it
claws,
has-
didn't you? Your burrowing claws, so you could move through. Oh no, because it was Alter Self you
No,
cast,
I
not.
was gonna say yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're currently concentrating on Alter Self as well. Noted. Okay. So it is sniffing, so it has advantage on this perception check, but it hasn't got a very high perception. Okay, what's your total?
My total is 26.
Okay. The belly butcher otherwise stumbles into the room with some heavy thuds as these individuals otherwise begin to kind of back off to the back of the cage as he just begins to heavily sniff the air. It looks around for a moment, otherwise kind of just taking in the environment around it. He wanders a bit further this way and kind of looks down the corridor completely below where you are, before it otherwise begins to trot and squeeze back through here. And Kat, you begin to watch as it begins to kind of shuffle past these spikes once again into the beyond.
Cat will.
The other
give
two
a
go
thumbs up.
more relaxed as they seemingly were on alert, and they're just generally looking in this direction. Again.
Cat will give a thumbs up. You're good to go. Quietly.
Okay. I guess we get back to moving then.
You continue moving.
Let's go.
I'm gonna make my way over here just to have the wall block me as well. Just to make it harder.
Alright.
Actually, no, since I can be on the ceiling, I'll be here.
Okay. You'll be on the ceiling there. Okay. Go ahead and make me a stealth check then, as you'll be hiding on the ceiling. This is just a general stealth check to see how you do. Vinny and Romulus, you otherwise move into this chamber, and you can see that one of the individuals is currently fainted on the ground, while the others seem to just be kind of cowering away, but very much acknowledging your arrival.
Okay, I'm gonna put a finger to my lips and then give them a wink.
Okay. What was your total there, Kay?
I got a 12.
12.
Yeah.
Luckily
rolled
for
low.
you, you're in another room which is fairly dimly lit, so these individuals don't seem to have noticed you. They're on passive alert, kind of looking around, but they still haven't seemed to have noticed you. Okay. What's the plan of action here? So we have... Jeff is currently on Romulus, so...
I'm waiting for Romulus to give the go-ahead that he can get out there with the party to finish them off should we need to. And then Cat will cast Magic Missile, dragging them onto the spikes of the pool room.
Yeah, these two are within such a range that this one can be pulled 5 feet onto here, and this one can be pulled... If it's directly towards you, this one can be pulled 15 feet towards you, or just 5 feet off this way. They will both...
No, it's going to be the 15... 5 and 15 because it's going to be 4 bolts. Each will do 5 foot. Otherwise, one will shoot over the spikes.
Okay. Noted. Okay. Notably here, they will both still get dexterity saving throws. However, they will have disadvantage because they'll be surprised. So I'll say, Romulus and Vinny, getting into position. Where would you like to be? I'm just going to put you here for the sake of it, Kay, just because that way they can have these 3 tiles there.
Yeah. Can we get to here-ish?
Yeah, you can get to there if you want to. You can get to any of these tiles. If you end up being on either of these 2 or beyond, you will need to make a stealth check versus these guys' perceptions.
Okay. How fast are you, Romulus?
I can move approximately 35 per turn.
Okay.
So from here, you could go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So you could get within melee of both of them.
And don't forget, I've got a 10-foot range as well.
Yeah. Yes, that because one of them will be down here, one will be here. You'd be adjacent to one, and then the next one will be within 10 feet.
Cool. Then, so get me where I need to be.
So you would be
That's
there.
here, was it?
Yep, that's not provoking a stealth check because you're still within the dim light of the area beyond and not within effective line of sight.
Cool.
And then do you wish to move up any further, Vinny, or are you going to be okay there?
Can I get to here?
Yeah. Go ahead and make me
that's not going to block Romulus.
No, that won't block him, but that will require you to make a stealth check.
Okay. Possibly not a good idea. Is there supposed to stand
here?
Up against this cage? Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be right.
Cool.
Yeah, okay.
Perfect.
So, Cat, you receive the go-ahead.
Okay, then Cat goes ahead. 5 on this, 15 on this guy.
Okay, so go ahead and roll me your d4s on damage. I will mark off how much damage each of these ones take, and then they will be pulled accordingly.
Right, so the one that's kind of on its own
is for
the one guy.
Yep. So the green guy takes 4 damage, and the other one takes 9 damage. Okay. With that, I rolled dexterity saving throws for each of them with disadvantage as they otherwise pulled forward. Wow. That's... What's your spell save DC?
16.
Okay, the green one grabs onto the ledge. With 2 15s. With their +1, they just succeed. The other one... does better. The 2 of them, as they are pulled, grab onto... Actually, no, this one wouldn't be able to because he's too far over to be pulled onto the ledge again. So this one doesn't actually get a save, sorry. So it's just this guy who succeeds. So this guy is currently hanging off of the edge, dangling, as he's otherwise pulled and holds onto the ledge, while this one falls down, taking taking only 5 points of piercing damage as he otherwise hits the spikes. That was quite a low roll there on my end, but still.
Okay.
5 points is 5 points of damage.
And as Cat fires off the shot, she steps aside so Kirv can get shots off if Kirv wants to.
Okay. And I will say at this point, I will roll for initiative. You will be getting a surprise round. So, but just keep this in mind, that this will affect potentially their ability to do stuff. So, I would like everyone to roll for initiative, please.
Oh boy. Time to initiate something.
Oops.
14.
Okay, 14 on Romulus. I will roll for each of these
14 on me
two.
as well.
Oh, damn, they're rolling well. Okay.
Oh, I like that. Thanks.
So they got a high initiative, so that means you're going to have to kill them before it gets around to their turn.
I got a dirty 20.
Okay. Okay, so 25 to 20, sorry.
21.
21, okay. 20 to 15? 20 to 15? 15 to 10.
14, but you already knew that.
Yeah, 14 as well.
14 on Vinny, okay. And what did you get, Cat?
9.
Okay. So, at the top of the round, you otherwise... at the top of the round, as this is otherwise progressing, Cat, you Cat, you otherwise watch as the red one falls onto the spikes and groans, but is now seemingly shocked awake with the pain, as they are no longer surprised. So they have their reaction, but they cannot do anything with it yet until the beginning of their turn. So they can use it for defensive magic, but they can't use it for shouting or anything. Okay, Kirv, you're up.
What?
Okay.
Okay. I had a 21.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, for some reason you're within the 14s. Sorry, my bad. It's okay, you're up, sorry.
Tingle this around just in case. Just so you can see.
Yep, so we got Cat,
And then
Vinny, Romulus.
Vinny.
Vinny,
They both got 14.
Yeah, so Vinny would... Well, you two can decide who would want to go first out of you two.
Alright.
Um,
Well, what I am going to do is I am going to...
You're currently on the ceiling, so this would be considered, for the purposes of this, I'm going to say it would take 5 feet of movement to drop down to the floor.
5, 10, 15, 20.
Yeah, and this one is currently 10 feet up, so you currently can't reach them because they're hanging off a ledge.
Alright, I guess what I'll do is I'm gonna try and make sure this red one can't make any more noise. 5, 10, 15, 20.
25, 30.
There should be 25.
It's 5 feet to fall off the floor onto the tile you were on, sorry. So it would
Oh,
be
yeah.
5, 10, 5, 10,
Oh.
15, 20, 25, 30.
Oh, in that case, I'll go here instead to block anybody.
Can't seem to see too much more from the area beyond, but you do see that as the extra. You do not see anybody currently there. From this angle, you also note that this seems to curl around this way.
I have to be able to do it. Alright, I am just going to wail into this guy.
Okay, go ahead and make me attack rolls. You have advantage because he is prone on the spikes. Hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
8.
8 plus...
8 plus 4 plus 2 plus 2.
one of those is halved, so it's Plus 3. Okay. As you otherwise kind of jab this individual with your tail, they're a hit point from death.
In that case, seeing as he looks really bad, I'm just to have a little bit of thematics with it, I kind of like make sure my hands are over his mouth so he can't make any noise and kind of like pull him down just a little bit and use
Okay.
that as a claw attack.
Okay. I will say that this will be an attack with intent. Again, you have advantage. Regardless of the damage, you'll defeat this guy, so we'll just roll it to hit. Yeah. Taking natural 20, I'll say in this instance, as he would make a potentially reaction to, I'll say in this instance, to potentially do some form of death throes ability or hellish rebuke, which I forgot about for the last attack, as you otherwise grab his mouth and begin to push him down, kind of just sliding him further onto the spikes. There's kind of this gout of this black blood onto the floor before you see his eyes kind of begin to roll back, and he's dead. Okay, so that is your movement and your action. You have a bonus action if you wish to use it.
I guess for my bonus action, I'm going. Since I still have some movement, I will back off a little bit and use my bonus action just to keep an eye on this area.
Okay, let me quickly have a look at the map on my end. And let me quickly see if you would see anything. Yes. From this angle, looking down and taking more of a pointed time to look, you see that there is a light seemingly up ahead, and what looks to be some form of area above, something that overlooks this glow from below. And there's an individual currently standing on the edge of it, kind of a hand outstretched, and you can currently see what looks to be Corsair currently floating above the lava, or the light below, whatever that may be. It's not lava, you don't know that. Shh.
No, definitely not lava.
In that case, I'm going to make it obvious to the party that I've seen something and make it look like I am going to climb back up the wall.
Okay. The individual beyond, I will say, go ahead and make me a perception check just to see if they've spotted you.
You mean stealth?
No perception check here. This will just be to see if they've. This is just you noticing if they spotted you, because in this instance you've moved more than that, so making a stealth check would be impossible here. This is just to see if they may have noticed you. Total?
Perception, that's an 11.
Okay. Looking beyond Corsair, you can see that Corsair otherwise turns, looking towards you, kind of hands clenched up by his throat, eyes panicking. And behind them you can see what looks to be that of almost like a skeletal form, looking towards you with these kind of glowing eyes.
Okay.
When I say skeletal form, you can currently only really see the head, but it's very difficult to see with the light and Corsair being in the way.
If I can, if somebody passes me, I'll just try and whisper as quickly as possible. They've seen us. Or
Okay.
me.
Yeah. Okay. Kirv, you're up.
I'm not completely sure what I want to do yet, to be honest. Because I was thinking if I Eldritch Blast, that's loud, right?
It doesn't distinctly make a very loud noise. It's more of a matter of it's not a silent way to kill someone. So certain people within the vicinity will hear, but it's not loud as in it's going to alert everybody. It's not someone screaming, it's...
What if you use like a bottle as a silencer?
Doesn't work with
I mean, it's
Eldritch Blast. Only silences the
it's
first
no
one.
louder than what's it called?
Around about the same
Magic
volume as my magic missile, yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that would be okay.
Yeah.
Alternatively, yeah.
Yeah, Magic Missile in this instance is loud enough that it attracted their attention, but they couldn't dodge it at all, so they just
Yeah.
got hit and were pulled off. In this instance, it's firing Eldritch Blasts at somebody. It'll make about the same amount of noise. It's more of the, if you don't kill them, then they might have an opportunity to scream.
Alternatively, and a more comedic effect, but I don't know if it's strong enough anyway to do this. But if I did Mage Hand just to push him off, or like poke him in the eye.
I mean, you could. What's the range on Mage Hand?
32.
So
30 foot, yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So you would need to be here? No.
Yeah,
5,
I mean,
10,
I'm able to move, aren't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yep, you are just far enough, just close enough that you can get within range to do that. So I'll say go ahead and make me a spell attack roll. So this will just be roll a d20 and add your charisma modifier plus 3.
Oh, sorry,
That's all right.
I was
So it's
focusing on the top
yep.
one.
Yep, so 10 plus your charisma modifier plus 3. Should be something like plus 7.
Yep, 7.
Okay.
So that's 20. 30, 20.
Versus this person's AC. I'll roll a dex save for them to see how they do. That's a no, that's a 4. As you summon a mage hand, it immediately pokes them both in the eyes. They immediately
Clawed mage hand as
a
well.
clawed mage
That's
hand,
gonna
yeah.
be really painful.
They otherwise kind of fall backwards onto the spikes. This will now knock them prone. And they're now within range of anybody who would want to make attacks against them, because they'll be within range of everybody. And they take 3 points of damage. Again, slightly lower on the damage for the falling. Makes sense given how close they were to the ground, but still. Okay. As the individual otherwise lets out a muffled "Gah!" as they hit the spikes. Okay. End of your go. It is their go. They are no longer surprised.
Can I just check something?
Mhm.
How far now here am I able to see forward?
From there, you can. Oh, so you can probably see this space here.
Okay,
But
that's
again,
as far. I can't see Corsair.
No, I'll say you can probably see Corsair from this angle, but go ahead and make me a perception check just in case, because you never know.
Yeah, my perception is a little bit naff. Oh, I'm rolling not too bad today. 12.
Plus
14.
14. Otherwise, looking down the corridor, you can see there is a glowing light of something below something, and you can see a silhouette of what looks to be Corsair.
Okay. Thanks.
yeah.
End of turn.
Okay. End of your go. This dwarf is no longer surprised, so he now has his reaction if he wishes to scream. So make sure to kill him in one shot or roll a natural 20. Vinny or Romulus, you are up. Now, one shot just implies one turn, notably.
Vinny, you've got the highest initiative, I believe, between us.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to go first, go for it. I am noting that it's probably better for me to go second, as I do have greater range, even if I have less mobility.
Yeah, I will have to bonus action dash to get to him, which will reduce my damage output. But I can get in and try and get him.
I'd say you go in and try and get him. At the very least, I've got a few more attacks, but I don't think any of them will be as strong as yours, assuming you manage to hit.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, do you want me to go up to make sure you have advantage, or at least that
He
I'm
has
within
advantage
5 feet?
already.
He's
The individual's
prone,
prone.
yeah.
Oh, then yeah, just fucking go for it.
Yeah,
There's no
they're
reason.
prone, stuck on the spikes. So yeah, this individual is prone.
I'm a lot stealthy. You're a lot stealthier than I am, so I think you should go for it.
Okay.
Little dicing.
Then I'm gonna dash up. 10, 15, 25, 30. Bonus action 5, 10.
Mm-hmm.
I'm stopping here.
Yep.
I'm staying out of the passageway just in case.
Okay.
I don't know exactly what's going on down there.
Okay.
And as I dash along, a long horizontal swipe with my scimitar.
Okay. Go ahead and make the attack again with advantage here. Let's see what we can get done.
This will sneak attack because of the advantage.
What's the green D6 for?
He has advantage on the green D6 because of the weapon quality.
Oh, cool.
And the other two are my sneak attack. But yeah.
Hits. Individual's very low AC. So again, you have advantage on the D6, so you can roll a second one if you want. You can re-roll it if you want to.
Give it a try.
Yep.
Mathematically, you're more likely to get a better roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, see.
+1.
Okay, so 12. Is there anything else you want to add to this? Flourishes or anything? Or is it just going to be a flat? Here we go.
Any of my flashes give me anything?
Don't expend anything on it. I can come up and finish him off if he doesn't die.
Here's the thing. If Vinny doesn't kill him here, he gets to shout.
Oh.
That's what I mean. You've got to end the remainder of his hit points by the end of your turn, or he gets a reaction to shout in pain.
Also,
I did not realize this, so okay.
just so it is clear for Vinny, as you went by Kay did tell you that they saw me.
Okay. Right, so it's on then. Right.
Possibly.
Possibly. Okay, I'm going to... Yeah, I'm going to defensive flourish.
Okay, so go ahead and roll me the additional
It's an extra D6. That
D6.
will also be added to my AC.
Mm-hmm.
And spends a bardic inspiration.
Yep.
Oh,
Nice. So that increases the damage to...
22.
That just does it. That you needed that 6.
Fucking hell.
as you otherwise run along, taking the scimitar in almost this very neat flourish, you slice down, bringing the scimitar back up into defensive posture as you watch as the individual's head just begins to slide back, the parting on their throat just getting wider as their head pulls away from the rest of their body that's pinned in place, until eventually they begin to bleed sludge.
Yeah, immediately finishing this motion, I'm like standing, looking around to see if anyone, looking and listening to see if anyone's coming for me.
Make me a perception check. It's the last thing on your
Kay
turn.
mentioned something about how we've been seen as we came past.
Yep.
There wasn't really time for much context, so I'm just in go mode at this point. Perception, that is a 10.
You can't hear any additional movement. You can obviously see Kay, you heard Kirv casting magic, you heard Cat casting magic given the vicinity of this all, and you know that Romulus is behind you. You know where your companions are, you don't know if there are any enemies nearby, but you feel safe. You feel like it's clear. So, with that then taken care of, Romulus, what do you want to do? Is you would be the I'll finish off the rounds just to see what you two would like to do, but Romulus, you are up next.
Well, to my understanding, there's no one left for me to murder.
True. You are currently not aware of that, though.
Charge! Except quietly. Oh.
Okay, you see that the two of them are otherwise beginning to melt and become hot, warm ice cream.
I quickly loot them.
You quickly loot them. As
that's so Romulus.
As you begin to try and pull things off of their corpse, you kind of take what look to be bits of what looks like a book or something off of them as it proceeds to turn to sludge. Their entire being seems to be mostly held by whatever this sludge-ish mechanic is towards them. Something has affected them in such a manner that their objects that are on their person aren't physical objects. The only ones which have been thus far are the dwarven armors, or the ones that are more heavily armored, though their armor proceeds to degrade and rust very quickly when they die, however.
Okay.
Yeah, but these individuals were casters, so they weren't.
Have we seen what happens when we put some of this goo into an airtight container?
I've got a vial of it.
You got a vial of it, yeah, so you would know that it remains within there. It does begin to evaporate and turn to ash eventually, so it loses the liquid content eventually.
Okay, noted.
But yeah, you otherwise
Where
run
does
past.
the
and
liquid
stand here.
go if it's a sealed container? Because
Yeah.
surely the vapor wouldn't. Never mind.
Magic.
I'm just gonna stop thinking about it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that being the end of. Will you have an action? Do you wish to do
my
anything?
hands on Vinny. Yeah, I wipe my hands on Vinny,
buddy.
and
You
then
wipe your
well,
hands on Vinny.
there's not much else I can do.
Okay. Cat, you see that this was a success.
Can I? Is here an acceptable place for me to be?
Yeah, that's all right. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I will say from here, if you want to make a perception check to look forward.
I would love to do so.
Yeah. This would effectively be your action, because you've got nothing else to spend it on currently.
Oh, 1 second here. Yep, that's a 9.
9. Looking forward, you can see the silhouette of somebody hovering above a glowing light below them. But that's about it. I will say,
It
given
would
you
be
a sharing initiative with
so
Vinny, you were made aware that Kay has been spotted by whoever is further beyond. But you do not see anybody beyond other than a floating silhouette.
Right. So I think that this person is the big bad, and I must kill them immediately. Got it.
Okay. Cat, you're up.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Oh.
Whoop.
Got there in the end. 40. And... do I, as an action, look ahead?
Right.
Yeah, go for it. If you want.
I'm calling... Jeff will be hopping back on me.
Okay.
As some
So,
close proximity.
Jeff and Battlefield for the time being.
And I will have a glimpse forward. What's
Go
going
ahead.
on?
Make me a perception check.
Whoa. It's dark in there. It's
The light is coming up from the floor, but otherwise the
it's-
rest of the room seems to be more silhouetted, given the singular source of light in that room. Other than
okay,
the
so I don't
occasional
have
brazier.
a straight roll with Jeff. It's just a normal roll.
No, it's just a flat roll,
Market
yeah.
roll. Cool. That is +3. 10.
10. Looking in the room, you can see a silhouette who looks pretty accurately like Corsair, currently floating.
Okay.
But you note that due to the posture, not voluntarily.
He's... think that's there? Cat squints and so does Jeff, because, I mean, it's Jeff, not Cat, that's actually looking. Is that...
Okay. I think at this point we'll move out of initiative order. What would you like to do in this instance? Kay, you said you were going to be climbing on the wall, right?
Yes, Kay's going to, as everybody gathers here, basically, and as Kay starts going up the wall, so he can.
There's an
probably
ominous
get
floating
back
figure.
there.
K, go kill it.
Kay definitely says to Romulus, "Save Corsair," and points to the floating figure.
The evil floating boss is going to kill Corsair. Don't worry, I'll murder them quickly. I won't even look at them.
It is.
So,
I will say it is at this moment as you're otherwise talking. Okay. There is a voice from beyond which you all recognize as Corsair's, but there is a subtle undertone of something's different. As it otherwise says, "Don't try to hide. Please come closer. I wish to be certain for what I have seen."
How am I feeling at the moment? And
Sickly.
all of me.
You are feeling sickly. Something is not right,
Okay.
but you are not sure
How
what.
Okay, and how is everything else reacting
Your arm is
Cychania.
surprisingly calm.
Cool, Cychania? Because that can't be good.
Cychania is also surprisingly calm, but you feel on edge because of their calmness.
Alright, well. Since we'll probably all go forwards, Kay's gonna
Yeah,
swing
I
his way
will.
on the ceiling.
I'm also on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Okay, making your way on the
Just
ceiling.
stop
Are you attempting to
first.
stealth, or are you being known?
I mean, they said don't hide. I highly... Actually, you know what? No. Just in case they can't see Kay, Kay is going to attempt to be hidden.
Cat's not.
I mean, it's Kay's personality, so I have to
can
try
get
and
rid
be
of this
hidden.
one? Yeah, I can. Okay, so you're going to remain hidden. So go ahead and make me a stealth check. This will be a flat roll. You will not have an advantage here, as it is basically out in the open, but you have the rest of it. Kirv, you moving up with the rest of your party? And Romulus and
Yep.
Vinny, are you walking along the floor towards them?
I guess.
We probably should. Yeah,
I
I'll
want
let
to
you go
stress
ahead
I
this
am
time.
so ready to murder
Who's-
Corsair.
Who's going first out of you two? And
I'll
Kirv, you can go on the
first
ceiling.
as
if
the
you want.
meat shield.
Thank you. I
So
said,
Can I?
I'm trying to.
Is it possible for me
Wipe the
to
goo off of your
prepare
clothes.
to rage if something happens without losing a rage?
I'll allow it to be as a reaction in response to something happening, something hostile happening. I'll allow it.
Yeah. Okay. Thank
Okay.
you. I would like to prepare that.
Yeah. And Kirv, you're sticking back with the rest.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me reveal where these guys actually are. Actually, no, that one's further back. So, as you otherwise move into this chamber, each of you otherwise looking, you can see looking up. You can see very clearly Corsair hanging there in the air. As a figure looks back down, Romulus, your breath is caught for a moment. As you all see what looks to be a dark, kind of black-coloured tiefling, horns that are pushed back, kind of a mat of brown hair, dwarven, otherwise spiked armour covering their form, a warhammer over one shoulder and the hand outstretched in the other, gauntleted as it is. You see what looks to be almost like war paint, of like this white war paint that covers the front of their face and along their throat, almost like in a mimicry of the skeleton beneath. You see hanging around their neck what looks to be almost like the inner workings of a pocket watch. A large one, about 2 inches across, hanging around this individual's neck on a chain.
This is one of mine, isn't it?
As they speak out and say, "I thought it was you, little brother."
Ah.
"Never mind, Corsair. You've brought something useful to me." And is going to toss Corsair across the room.
Which one is this again?
That's your notes to know. You gonna ask?
Okay. Look.
You asked me
quite
to
a
make
few
20
of them.
NPC. You asked me to make 19 NPCs, and I gave you descriptions for all of them.
Yeah, yeah.
This is on you.
I'm looking.
19!
Yes, 19 family members.
Yeah,
Oh.
give me a second here. There's a lot to go through.
That's fine. That gives me time to roll damage against Corsair.
That right there is a burning bridge from the start.
Is
Okay.
this one Lucy?
No. You see.
Okay.
So you can roll a history check if you want. Corsair
please.
otherwise takes 28 points of force damage as he is thrown against the wall of the far side of the chamber, landing on top of these kind of burning mushrooms before the belly butcher otherwise kicks him to the ground.
Can I just see if I can get a distanced kind of like quality of life check. I wanna see if we need to worry if he's gonna die while we're fighting or not.
Who,
like
Corsair?
yeah.
Go ahead. I'll say go ahead and roll me a medicine check. I'll say with. No, I'm not going to impose disadvantage on this because he's looking wounded. This is just a matter of is he alive / conscious.
Oh, is this Garcia?
What did you roll on your history check?
Sorry.
I rolled a 2, so...
You don't. You
Oh.
don't know. Maybe. So what's the total?
19.
19. Corsair is gravely wounded. Will be of no use in this fight. Very much unarmed, unarmored. You estimate that they are maybe one good hit away from death with that throw.
I see.
To be honest, she looks more like my sister.
Yeah.
Well, aren't you going to come and say hello?
Hello. How's it been? I
Pretty-
see you've got a cult.
A cult. These ones have always worked for me. I've always been part of their family. Much like how your family have always been part of you.
Hmm.
You know what it was like being raised by other parents.
I do.
So then, have you come to challenge me and see if you can acquire my pieces, or are you...
Honestly, separate business. Well, you know, you were causing a bit of a disturbance here, so...
Oh, I know. I've needed more subjects for my work.
Right. You met up with any of the others?
She holds up the amulet, which you note has 2 pieces attached to it. Her own and somebody else's.
Mind if I ask who it was?
Agaran.
Oh.
He was also the delightful one who became the piece for these beauties, gesturing to either side for the belly butchers, which you now begin to recognize his powers beginning to filter into these creations.
Now, I seem to remember parts of that being against the rules.
There was
Unless you've
nothing
got
in
him-
the rules stating that assassination by other groups was unallowed, and if the individual was to happen to run into something of their own accord, then that's on them.
Hmm.
Agaran did have a distaste for magic, and, well, let's just say it's not my fault when he runs into a group of 200 plus of my family, and I've had to recoup since.
Got it. Well, I'd imagine you want my piece.
Of course, which means that I, knowing the true rules of this, can't allow you to leave. I am curious, though, how you managed to get in here. You aren't the quiet type.
Well, I spent a lot of time with dwarves growing up. You know how it is.
Very true.
Now, if I were to just hand over the piece, would you let me and my fellows go?
Of course. I'd have-
Inciting the fuck out of that.
Go ahead.
Yeah, same.
I
I
have
might not
advantage.
know them, but
Are you rolling 2 dice?
I have advantage on insight checks with my runes.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, runes
Okay.
are fucking
Yeah.
great.
They're great.
That is a 16.
16, okay. And Kay, you said you were going to try?
yeah, I might not know them, but
No. In this instance, I'll say your DC will be higher than Romulus's because you don't know them as well, but you're still okay to roll.
yeah, I don't mind it being higher. It's just the chance of being able to get out, maybe. I believe that's a 19.
19?
Yeah.
Okay. And Romulus, what did you get?
16.
Let me just quickly check her stat block here for...
Persuasion
skill.
or deception or both, maybe.
Whichever one it is. Well, you know. I mean, she may or may not be called Mr. Obama for this, given your prior notation on who this was.
Yeah. Look, I'm sorry. There's a lot of them, and I couldn't get details for all of them.
19.
Okay, so 19
My
on
thoughts.
So 19 on an insight here, Kay. She's
about
hard to
Corval?
read.
Yeah. God, there are so many people. Oh.
This is your fault. You asked me to make 19.
Look, I'm sorry. Okay, to be fair, I didn't ask for 2 of them. Though I do find it funny.
Well, you know,
Didn't ask.
it just happened. So, from what you read, Kay, she is very hard to read. And from you, Romulus, you haven't interacted with her enough to know whether she's lying or not. This is a moment of she is, from what you can tell, telling the truth.
Unfortunately, I don't actually have it with me. I believe that's true. I believe I have buried it somewhere like a fucking idiot.
I thought you had it on your person.
In that case, I guess I do.
Yeah.
I think that was a plan I floated at one point, and I don't.
I think you floated the idea of it, but I believe you have it still on your person.
Yeah. Shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm afraid to say I don't know if I trust you. So, would you care to introduce yourselves to everyone?
She otherwise looks down at you. I am Professor the Skull.
Perturaba. Oh shit, I'm not supposed to say that.
No, that's copyright. You can't say that.
Professor, yes.
I am
so hard to remember.
I am your friend Romulus's older sister.
Yeah.
And shall we say one of the ones with a more level head?
you got,
Oh
you
dear.
got Agron. That's. I mean, yeah.
He was a tough nut to crack, but they die all the same.
Mm. What were the rules about accidental death?
It was more of a you can't kill her and she can't kill you. But if one of her minions were to kill you, that's completely
what if
within
gravity
reason.
Killed her?
Again, that's also completely allowed.
Excellent. Right. Can I step one step forward and not burn?
Yes, you can. As you otherwise look down, you see what... I'll say go ahead and roll me a nature or arcana check, your choice.
I don't think either of them are good. I'll go with nature, if only because I think I have more experience to that. It's the same like amount. Yeah, 21 or 26, I guess.
Wow.
Is this nature or arcana?
That's going to be nature because I would have more experience with nature, so I feel like I'd get more benefit from it.
Looking down at this, you immediately think, oh, that's lava. Where's that come from? And your mind immediately then realizes that this is boiling lava, which you aren't under a volcano. Are you?
I don't believe we are.
And you don't believe you are. There's no volcanoes this far westward. Nowhere this close to the rest of the mountains around it. You believe, with natural 20 and for a total of 26, this must be some form of portal to somewhere.
Okay. And how high is this rock formation? Bearing in mind that I'm seeing a 5-runged ladder used to get up there.
That's because I can't have more. In this instance, it's a 5-rung ladder for the back of it, but then it rises up further. It's still a further walk up. So it's about 20 feet above the crack itself, so about 20 feet away from you. 25 because you're 5 feet away, but yeah.
Nah, but remember, of course, I am quite tall, and I have long arms.
Okay, so 20 feet.
What I'm trying to ask here is, if I was to use the Bector Corbin, could I smack her and try and pull her in?
I mean, possibly, but it would be a very, very difficult roll to make.
Right.
So, relinquish your piece, then, as she otherwise gestures out her hand. You can throw it. I'll catch it.
Okay, I'm sorry. Look, you realize there's a giant lava pool beneath us. One fumble and it's gone forever and we're both fucked.
You really think that Father would have let it be destroyed by this? Gesturing to the lava below.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've not really had a chance to have a chit-chat with him, you know, given the abandoning me at birth.
I'm surprised you haven't looked up to who he is and what he's done.
Oh, I've looked up to who he is and what he's done. All I found was... Sorry, I'm a little bit,
I'm surprised
touchy
you
about
wanted
that
to take his throne, given how many corpses it's been built upon.
I don't care about the corpse built upon, and I don't care about the throne. I just care about making sure that certain individuals didn't get a hold of it. No offense to yourself personally.
Oh,
I would just
entire
much rather-
offense meant towards me, I'm going to gather.
Oh, no, I was talking about the gold-obsessed bastard. The half-dead one. I say half-dead. Twice dead? I don't really know how to
Almar?
describe that. Yes, Almar.
He's lost his peace.
Oh, that is good to know. Good to know.
Certain parties have been very effective.
Where do you think you rank on that front?
There are certain
mean,
ones
you're-
I know I can't beat, but that's why I have precautions in play.
Of course. Well, alright then. Tell you what, why don't I just hand it to you? I'm going to use my Giant's Might to increase in size.
Okay.
Could you
Yeah.
embiggen me?
Okay. As you get bigger,
Whoa.
you note the two belly butchers begin to kind of get a bit riley with this and almost want to attack before she just simply kind of hefts her warhammer to one side, planting on the ground. And
So I'm going to.
You watch as she twists her warhammer for a moment, and there's almost this strange flickering effect before she holds out her hand again.
Okay. And she's definitely seeing this coming. I'm going to reach my hand up to my chest as though to take out something on a chain, and immediately pivot into bringing out the. Is the Bector Corbin necessary to hit her at this point?
Yes, it would be.
Then I will be bringing out the Bector Corbin to hit her.
Okay.
And try and pull her into the lava pit.
Make me an attack roll then, please. This will just be a flat attack roll.
Can I reckless attack this?
If you would like to.
Of course I would like to. It's gonna go poorly for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I gotta do it, you know. What is that? The Bector Corbin's a D10, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I've got quite a lot I'm thinking about here. And again, my intention is not to do damage to her directly. My intention is to pull her forward into the pit of doom. That is a 23, I believe.
23 will hit. As you swing forward with the Bector Corbin grabbing her by the foot and attempting to pull her towards you, you watch as your Bector Corbin hooks and can't move her. Cat, you recognize when just before Romulus does this, she has cast Lock State on her boots and her hammer.
Of course she has.
She is immovable at this current moment, as she otherwise looks down at you, Romulus, lifting a boot, as she can move in this lock state perfectly fine, kicking onto the end of the Bector Corbin. Do you wish to let go? This will be this will be a contested strength check between you going in the lava or you let go of the Bector Corbin.
If I let go of the Bector Corbin, does its effect on me end?
No.
If the Bector Corbin is destroyed, does its effect on me end?
You don't know.
I let go in such a way to try and get it to fall into the lava.
Okay. So I'll say go ahead and make me a dexterity check here then, or sleight of hand if you wish.
I will take sleight of hand if only because I have advantage in it because of runes.
Okay, go for it.
God, I fucking love runes. Yeah, that's 17.
17. You release it in such a way that it would fall into the lava as she otherwise kicks it. It falling into the lava extended. I'm going to roll a d20 to see what orientation, because it's a long weapon. I'm going to see if it's going to land long ways, in which case it will go in, or if any other orientation will prevent it from falling in properly.
Oh my word.
Oh, it's so funny.
Okay.
Okay,
It falls...
could fall point down. In which
No,
case
I know.
that would
It,
also-
it does. As it otherwise falls into the lava beyond, you hear it hiss, and you feel it scream into your mind.
Sorry.
And you, as you are otherwise released of the effect, but you have lost the Bector Corbin, which I believe you
That's
were going to trade.
I was going to, but honestly, at the end of the day, not facing that whilst facing against these is worth it.
She otherwise looks down at you. Oh, so sad to see it come to violence. And she's going to snap
Wow.
her fingers. And I would like everybody to roll for initiative, please.
Worth it. Okay, just to check, guys, was this worth a try?
Yeah, yeah.
If she hadn't lockstepped, oh.
I thought maybe I could help you with a pull rune, and I was like, no, this is a family problem, not me problem.
I want to stress, I am so okay with all of you murdering her. Please do.
Yeah, Romulus, you can't last the final hit, and you are not allowed to do subdue damage against her. Because it still counts.
Understood.
So just note, you can attack her, but if you do anything over 0, you break your end of the bargain.
Natural 20, by the way.
Ooh, well, let's get to the initiative orders. And then I think we will take a quick 5-minute break to allow you all to recoup and think about your plans. But first of all, 25 to 20, please. So we had Romulus at natural 20 for a total of?
That would be 27, I believe. if we added
27,
plus 5.
and Vinny, 25 to 30,
20.
sorry.
28.
28. Okay. So, Romulus, I'm sorry, your natural 20 does not get you first place.
Fuck you, Vinny.
You're welcome.
Terrifying.
Fuck her up.
Okay, so 20 to 15? 15 to 10.
Give me a sec. I haven't actually calculated how much I got. I had to get up for a sec.
10 to 5?
9.
Yeah.
7.
18, 19, 20. I got a 20.
You got a 20. Okay.
And
Alrighty.
that's with my nimble footwork.
Okay.
Don't suppose you have time for a short rest?
No, unfortunately not.
let's
So,
read.
I'm going to roll for Corsair because he's technically on your team. So if you can somehow get him a weapon or gear, he can fight. So he has rolled a lovely 21. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to do anything for a while because he is on very low health. But we will be back in a few minutes if you lot want to go and get ready while I roll for the rest of this group's rest of these enemies' initiatives and arrange the order as such.
Oh boy!
And then we will...
I am so sorry that
from
you've
there.
been dragged into my family drama, by the way, guys.
Yeah, likewise.
Oh, let me
Not family, but me drama.
let me quickly post these 2 quotes into the quotes channel real quick. I've been saving them for this.
Right, it's perfectly fine. Let's just
My backstory has been the most normal so far. I've just got family issues, Romulus.
Ah, very good.
yeah, let's just all take a moment to acknowledge that Romulus is currently in the red in terms of dragging us into weird family issues. This
Yeah,
may
Romulus.
turn out to be useful later.
Yeah, stop dragging us
Honestly-
into your issues, Romulus.
I mean, I'm not complaining too much because I might be able to eat them. I mean,
also,
what?
we don't
This
know
is the
who your
one
family
time
are.
I am
They
so...
could be
yes,
awful.
I want to stress this. You are absolutely okay to eat her.
Yes,
Yes?
I will eat them.
Question: do I have to?
No.
What part of me has to eat it? I need to know.
Does
I'll be
she
right
taste all right?
How would I know?
She's your sister. Like, come on.
I forgot.
sweet
You're from one of the
Alabama.
southern states.
Mm.
He does not mean that literally, but he also does because it's a meme. Alright. Oh yes, and also may I remind you, she has inspiration because somebody gave it to her.
Right. Right.
Okay, I'm
So-
gonna quickly be right back, and then when we get back, we shall begin the start of this. Then I think.
Y'all in a
Okay.
bit.
Did she introduce? She introduced herself to the rest of you, didn't she?
Yeah,
So you
it's,
know her name.
Polvessa the Skull.
Pervessa.
Professor.
Her vessel.
Yeah. That was
Also, I
mine.
have no idea if she knows that I'm there or not, but
You have no idea,
or
Carolyn.
where I am.
Cool. Right.
Okay, and last guy.
I got a phone call.
Hope you're all having fun.
Mm-hmm. You said she was older than
Romulus.
Romulus.
Yep.
So definitely kind of out of my age range, right?
Yes, she's 5 years older than Romulus. Right, I'm gonna be right back. Won't be long. Go on, strategize while I'm gone. It's your only time to do so.
Anyone else still here? Okay.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
But
Right, I'm back.
welcome back.
I return.
You
Do you
return
think
it.
Romulus would be mad if I hit on his sister?
I mean,
We'll find
Yeah,
out.
with you. Probably not.
he was okay with me eating her, so I
Well,
don't think so.
Well, he wants us all to eat, so. Banquet tonight, guys.
Don't worry, I know how to prepare fresh meat.
By just shoving it in your
Yeah,
mouth.
this is even worse than Malcolm forcing us to eat bugs. Party barbarian just serving up like haunches of his own siblings and being like, "You're not, no one is leaving until your plates are clean."
I really like that impression too.
Oops, 1 sec.
I mean, I've got a new trash compactor now. So like, if there's vegetables or something I don't like, I have a mouth that's not mine.
I'll just put that. You know, in case you want to go down the way with spikes. Who knows?
I think there's only 3 of us that could do that without getting hurt at the moment.
As a general note, the spikes are on the floor and the walls, but they're not on the ceiling. So it would still be a skill check for both of you to try and get through without being hit.
Wonderful.
Just as a general note. Have we got everybody back, or still waiting
give
on
me a
Harlan?
I assume we're still waiting on him.
Yeah. Well, now's your time to chat if you want to do any planning before we get started.
So what are we going to do about Romulus's sister? We're just going to...
I'm going to flirt with her to distract her. I'm coming up with
Right.
pickup lines as
I
we
see.
speak.
You have to. You have no choice.
Yes.
Okay, Chris. I need to know something here. Can I have an elemental detonation thingy? That's this one, isn't it? Right.
Oh,
Okay.
it's not supposed to do that. There you go. Ah, oh, it's because it's
You're gonna
landing on
blow
the
up
edge of
my
Romulus.
snake.
There we go.
Right. Okay, because
Keep in mind it
new
is a
to
sphere.
magic here.
Keep in mind if you do this, that'll be fine. You do this, it will still hit Romulus because he's large, even though it would potentially hit this. Because of the distance, however, depending on where you aim it, it won't hit this dwarf because the dwarf is small.
Okay. The only reason I was
Small-ass
asking is because I do remember basically being a meme on the internet. You fire a fireball into a confined space and the thing will just destroy everything. So I was like, is this too small a space?
I'll find out.
Am I avoiding that spell?
Depends. We'll have to see exactly what you want to do. I will say it is a relatively high ceiling in here because it's about like 30, 40 feet up.
Oh, cool. I'm really high up. Oh, pig guys can't reach me then. Let's go.
Yes, currently the pit guys can't reach you. You do know they have been throwing their hooks before though, so...
And
Who
no,
can
I
say
don't
for
like
certain?
that.
They really are fucking roadhog, aren't they?
Yeah, they're great. I love them.
Get over here.
Oh, Harlan. Do you mind if I flirt with your sister?
Only if you also kill her.
It depends how she feels about it.
She might not be into that.
Ah,
Okay. So,
I'm very persuasive.
Vinny, you are the first up. And Kay, what did you get on your stealth check? Just to double check?
I got an 18 on my stealth.
Okay.
Why am I so far down on this initiative?
Because everybody rolled higher than you. You got a 20, and then we have Romulus and Vinny and Corsair above you.
I was just thinking out loud. I wasn't here when things were said about initiative, so...
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure I want to charge straight into combat with both of these, so I'm going to... Is this going to be in your way?
My way?
20.
Yeah.
I don't think it should be a problem. Can I just check, what are these?
You aren't certain. They aren't native to this plane, whatever they are.
Joy.
All we heard before was burning mushrooms.
Do you think I'd be able to, like, leap up onto the rock at
You
all?
can certainly try.
Oh my god.
Well, we've got Vinny first, though, so let's see what Vinny wants to do.
Right, sorry, 1 second.
I'm gonna delete the back to Corbin from my...
Yeah, Vector Corbin's gone. It's been burnt and destroyed now.
Of the angel.
I could have beaten
In
that.
the arms of an angel. Wait, where's my clear contents option? Rude.
Somewhere in wherever this portal leads to, there's just going to be a native like denizen from that plane just swinging this random Vector Corbin. Just going to come across it in campaign 3, just a random imp flying around with a Vector Corbin, just swinging it wildly.
The fact that that can fly around with a Vector Corbin is a concern.
I mean, it's unwieldy regardless, so disadvantage regardless.
Oh, like the most terrifying sky Beyblade known to man.
Right, I'm going to move here,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to attack this dwarf
Okay.
with my scimitar.
Okay.
Dashing in and then
Taking a
with
strike.
a downward slash.
Okay, go for it.
Leaves the only enemy in range of me, so this will sneak attack.
Ooh. Believe that hits. So that does 11
22, yeah.
plus...
Yes.
Wait, 22?
To hit.
Oh, sorry, I thought you meant the damage. Yeah.
No,
22
no,
hits,
no.
and that is 11 plus...
Plus 4. Is it reroll or
So 15. It's... I
take the...
believe it's with
or
advantage, so you just get to choose.
Okay,
you get
so
to
I
have
can
another
fish
one.
for a 6.
Yeah.
Sure.
So 15 currently.
No.
So 15 points of damage currently as you take your
15
first
points
swing
plus
with
damage.
your scimitar. Catch as they otherwise lift their shield, you go for a feint and otherwise swing down and underwards, cutting just on the inside of their leg as the individual otherwise just grunts for the moment, kind of still holding their ground, however.
Okay. And then because of... What's the name of the ability?
Oh, as a reaction, he's going to Hellish Rebuke, by the way.
Cool. Dex save, is that?
Yep.
Fine. Probably best for me to be the one eating these, since...
Ooh, good rolls, but we'll have to see. Total?
22.
22. You succeed, and you're resistant, so that goes from 17 halved to 8, halved to 4 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Okay. As you otherwise cut on the inside of the thigh, the black ichor otherwise comes out and spreads into these burning black flames, which you otherwise shrug off. Very much used to the heat of fire, but avoiding them nonetheless. Or not entirely avoiding them, sorry.
Okay, so thanks to fancy footwork, he cannot now opportunity attack me. Not that he has a reaction left anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to...
Back.
10, because taking the attack action boosted my speed by 10 feet.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let me quickly double check something. Yep. You watch as, in that instance, as the dwarven individual is cut and uses this effect, you watch as a portion of the magic is sucked into the portal below.
Okay, is that good or bad?
You don't know.
I'm sure we'll find out much more when someone gets chucked in. Just for the sake of it, though, I'm going to bonus action dash and move back here.
Okay. End of your go. Romulus, you are up.
All right. Is there any reasonable way for me to get up to where Pervessa is?
She's 20 feet higher than where you are, or she's 25 feet when you were smaller away from you. So she's 20 feet above here. To get above, you would have to either go round and climb the ladder, which is 10 feet up, or potentially jump up here, which is also, again, 10 feet up, 15, and then 20 feet up.
That one sounds more doable. What are the rules on throwing enemies?
It would be a grapple, and then it would be a shove, or the equivalent of.
Intriguing. 3, 4, 5. Is this doable? Can I pick someone up and then move and then throw them?
It would be 2 separate actions to do that, because you do your first attack to pick them up, and then you could shove them, but throwing them, I'd probably say, would require... Actually, no, because your extra attack would allow it. Throwing them wouldn't throw them a great distance, I will say.
Would it throw, say, this dwarf far enough to hit Pervessa?
Probably not, no.
Understood.
No, you could potentially throw the dwarf into the belly butcher, or 5 feet into the portal next to you, but other than that, it would be contested strength check either way. But yeah,
I quite like the idea of into the portal. Yeah, fuck it. Let's throw this guy into the portal.
okay. So go ahead and make me an attack to grapple first. This is a contested check. The dwarf will be using a athletics, as they are proficient in that.
Cool. I will be raging. It doesn't actually provide me any benefits that my giant's might doesn't already do, but it does mean I take less damage if things try and kill me.
Okay. Go ahead and give me the roll. You have advantage, correct?
I do indeed. Twice over, which changes nothing, but is nice to say.
No, that's fine. Go ahead. And...
Athletics, was it?
Yes, athletics. This is going to be hard to beat, I'll tell you that much.
How hard to beat are we talking?
Natural 20 for a total of 31.
I only got 21, so I heave.
Yep. As you
Damn.
as you otherwise kind of get down close to grab and otherwise move them, the dwarven physique of this individual prevents you from picking them up and moving them. Usually more than 5 feet anyway, so you'd have to spend 2 attacks to move them into the lava, actually. But in this instance, as you attempt to try and grab them, their heavy stone-skinned exterior is seemingly way too heavy for you to lift, but you suspect if you got the right leverage, you might be able to in a future turn. That is your first attack. You have a second one if you want to try grabbing again, but that's up to you.
I'll give it a go. It might make things a little easier.
Okay.
Do they have to make a separate check, or am I still working?
Yeah, this is another check. Yeah. Okay. Not nearly
that's
as
only
good
a
this time.
17.
That's only an 8 on them that time.
Okay, so that did get.
So they are currently grappled.
I don't suppose I could use my bonus action.
You raged.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Well, that does as an attack. Though, my rage should be maintained. Yep. Okay. That's end of my turn, I guess.
Okay. End of your turn. With another natural 20, but still hovering a lower model than either of you two, the red belly butcher otherwise looks towards you, squealing with a loud roar of pain, and is going to make 2 cleaver attacks. Yeah. So,
Oof.
you reckless last turn, but not this turn. So
Not this turn, no.
So nothing
it's
to worry
just gonna
about
be
there.
flat.
So it's just a flat roll here. That is
Yeah, I was quite careful about that.
Okay. That was a good roll. That is a 26 to hit on that first one. And the second one is a
Think that'll
20.
hit.
And the second one is a 20 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay.
Well, either of those a crit, by the way.
No.
Noted. Thank you.
No, just very high rolls. Okay. The first one, the first hit does 13 points of slashing damage, halved to 6 because you are raging. And the second one does 9 points of slashing damage, halved to 4. As it takes 2 heavy cuts with the cleaver, carving across different sections of you. One kind of against one of your pecs, and another one against a bicep. You muscle through it and resist it, but it's still painful, and it cuts into you still. Okay. End of your go. It is now Corsaia's go. Corsair is going to remain motionless and not do anything, because currently Corsair can't help in this fight until prompted otherwise. After his go, is Professor's go. Professor otherwise looks down at the rest of you with almost this look of intrigue about the rest of you, as she stretches out her hand in front of her. And there's a moment where you all feel this sudden wave of something otherwise bellow out from her as you feel this sudden fear. Cat, you are immune to this. The rest of you, I would like you all to make me wisdom saving throws, please. This is against being frightened. Cat, you're immune to this, but your arm coils and you feel hurt. You feel anger begin to well up inside of you. I would like you to make me a charisma saving throw to maintain control. Okay. I don't need to roll. You're rolling against my DC here. So, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Actually, Kirv, you're just outside of the radius because it's a 30-foot range.
Oh, I
range.
rolled a 21.
You look at her and you are like, Nah, Romulus ain't got nothing on her. She reminds you of
Does that
home.
mean she? Does that mean she noticed me?
Maybe.
Ooh.
Okay. Vinny, what did you get?
6.
You are frightened. Kay, what did you get?
16.
You just succeed. And you are not frightened. Romulus, what did you get?
16.
You just succeed and are not frightened. And Kat, what did you get for your Christmas save?
9.
9. You lose control.
Oh
Then
shit!
we'll see what that means when we get to your turn. Okay.
I hope this is. I hope it's like the murder way.
As she does this, you watch as she otherwise twists her hammer in her hand, and you watch as the hammer she otherwise brings it down beside her and looks down towards you, Romulus, taking a few steps this way. I'm going to say she's only going to go half speed because she's not trying to rush. She's going to move further back into the chamber. Actually, no. I'll say she climbs down to greet you in this instance. As she slides down the ladder, landing onto the stone there, you see that her boots are still flaring up with that magic, as is her hammer, but she otherwise holds it in place. Kind of the very crooked and gnarled section of it showing a very dangerous aspect to her. As her bonus action, as her bonus action, she's done that. So, that is the end of... Yeah, that is the end of her go. Moving round to... next in the initiative order after her is Kay. You're up.
So many. Alright,
You are, however, sharing an initiative. Want to counter with him.
from when she went and looked around, did I notice if she actually saw me? Or knew where I was?
You're uncertain. If you wish to spend a bonus action to insight, you can. It'll be a disadvantage, but you can. Or you can spend an action to make a flat regular one. She hasn't pointedly looked at you, but you're not certain if that means she's purposely ignoring you or what.
I'll do action because if she hasn't, then I want to be able to take full advantage of it while I can.
Go ahead.
So, 11.
11. She doesn't seem to be hiding it, but again, you've found just from looking at her, she's incredibly hard to read. She could just be ignoring you and going straight for Romulus. You're not certain.
Just in case, I'm only gonna move half so I don't get pulled out of stealth, just in case. Because from what I've seen, I definitely know none of these three know that I'm where I am. So I'm just gonna go 5, 10, 15, and be above Romulus, so that I can be able to get to this side of Romulus.
If you're climbing up, you're climbing up the rock, I assume.
I was already on the ceiling.
Okay, so you are currently 25 feet above Romulus.
But that's okay. I mean, I plan to come down the wall over here.
Okay,
so.
just keep in mind I will be accounting for time or for speed on that instance.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, do you wish to do anything else with your turn?
You
have a bonus action if you want to do anything?
I guess... I guess I'll spend a bonus action to take a look around the room and make sure there's nothing that will surprise us.
Okay. Bonus action perception check then, please.
That's a 18.
18. Looking around the room, you can see that there is across the way, otherwise a kind of a very fine tunnel with a series of spikes in it. You don't know what might be beyond there or in that area, you're not certain. And behind you there seems to be some form of kind of thick leather curtain.
Okay. just making sure, and I will end my turn there, just in case.
Okay. The
I'll be right back.
the Black Blade in his current state is going to otherwise look at you, Romulus, and see Professor otherwise stepping up, and is going to he's just going to step to one side, and he's going to try and take a swing against. He's going to take 2 swings against you. So 2 separate swings, neither of them hit. As he takes 2 swings against your large form, you just kind of bat the axe out of the way as he holds his shield up in a petty attempt to fight you off. Okay. End of that one's turn. Cat, you're up. So, Cat, on your turn, you otherwise look around and you begin to feel this voice in your mind. Be free. Let me have them. What do you say?
Why?
They must die.
Not my
Now, I know
friends.
I've been a big fan of not listening to the voices, but
Not my friends, though. Promise. Please leave my friends alone.
There's a moment of contemplation. Make me a persuasion check.
Oh, I'm really bad at these. I'm even worse at them. Persuasion. Okay, that's a 6. Tides of Chaos?
Go for it. Have you used your Tides of Chaos today already, or no?
Not today. Hang on, let me double check, just in case. Not today, no.
Not today, okay.
17.
17.
Pick off. Okay. Okay.
You feel almost this almost strange wave of confirmation. So long as you crack.
This is a bad situation we're in. Cat does want these things dead, though. Yeah. Yeah, she gives in.
You accept its terms.
Yeah.
Okay. The rest of you watch as Cat drops to the floor. I'll say Alter self-concentration has disappeared at this point. As there's
I think
almost...
there's going to be some self-altering of your own happening.
As you begin to watch as Cat's form begins to shift. You watch as her arms begin to go black, eyes appearing all across it. What looks to be teeth and bony protrusions otherwise sprouting from her shoulders and her back. As you watch as her form twists and forms. You watch as her arms become almost this brutish clawed essence, and Cat grows in size. Jamie, I am going to send you your new stat block.
Okay.
This is a very out of the blue how things work. Would you like me to take the first turn and then you read up on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
The rest of you watch as this happens as Cat. I'll say you lose control for this first turn. As you otherwise look towards the rest of this. The rest of you beginning to feel almost this aura that begins to drain away from you this feeling, this pain, almost. And you watch as this form, in a very quick fashion, dashes towards this belly butcher, and I would like you to make 2 slam attacks against it, please.
2 slam attacks. Okay. 1 sec.
I feel like Kay has a turning in his stomach at this
This is
point.
2.
You do. You feel incredibly uncomfortable.
2.
Oh, Jesus
Okay,
Christ.
so each of these, because it's a natural 20, is 6d10 plus 5 bludgeoning. So go ahead and roll me 2 sets of 6d10 plus 5.
Oh my goodness. 35.
35 damage. Okay, that's the first hit. Go ahead and roll me the second one. 42 plus 35 is 77
A lot of
damage.
damage.
Yeah. You watch as the belly butcher in front of this new form of cat, this kind of torn up form, as it slams into it, a whole chunk of its side tears away, flapping against the back section of the wall, the bloodied black blood being absorbed into Cat as she takes a second swing, striking against this thing enough to smash it against the back wall, blood splattering everywhere. It is alive, but incredibly hurt. And as a bonus action, do you have any bonus action spells, Cat?
Bonus action spells. Give me a second.
Oh, actually, no, I'm going to make this worse. Go ahead and roll me a d10. It's pulling the black page.
Oh,
Oh,
Of
no.
course it is.
a D10, right.
Yep.
8.
8.
8.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me another d10 then, please.
8.
Another 8.
Consistent.
Another 8. Okay.
2
Yep.
20s and 2 8s.
You are now
Take that.
concentrating on a new spell. I just need to double check what this is actually going to do. Okay. You otherwise point toward... You watch as this new form of cat points towards the other belly butcher, who you watch as their skin begins to boil, beginning to shift and twist as this happens. But it succeeds its wisdom saving throw.
Oh my goodness.
And so your spell ends. This does not cost you health. It just resisted an eye bite spell, by the way.
Oh, okay, right.
Wait, what?
Yeah. For those not familiar with eye bite is a 6th level spell.
Holy shit.
So, that is the end of your turn, Cat. Kirv, you just watched as Cat transformed and tore this thing apart. You don't know if this is Cat. It has uttered nothing other than gibbering screams. But you also
Okay.
see this hottie at the back of the room.
I was actually to think out loud on that actually. So I assume, correct me if I'm wrong, but so Romulus's dad is this big, powerful being and has a lot of
Yes.
kids. And I'm
Yes.
assuming these kids are from different parents, right? Like different mums.
Well, okay, there's some
Maybe.
similar lack of similarities to us that would suggest this, yes.
My fear is the similarity in look to Kirv and her, and she does seem to have this kind of hellish association. I don't want to be in an awkward position.
So the only logical option is to kill her, yes. Follow that thought.
Ah, you know, I had a
only-
perfect pickup line as well. What was her name? Professor.
Mm-hmm.
Professor, more like I want to professor my heart to you.
Oh,
That's-
that was terrible.
Roll a wisdom save for that anyway. No.
I'd go for
Hmm.
no. If we're going for classically shit, like shockingly bad pun,
Mm-hmm.
Professor, I hardly knew her, but I'd like to.
I will say, if you're this desperate, you could probably convince Benoit Bonk to put on some spells.
No.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
I will tear my eyes away from the beauty in the distance, and shout out to Cat, basically saying like, "That was sick, Cat. You're right."
You hear no response.
Romulus.
I'm a little busy.
Okay. So I'll go. I'd like to go. Am I able to get the pig guy from here?
Yeah,
I
you're on
mean-
the ceiling. You'll be able to get a line of sight, yeah.
yeah, cool. Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Go ahead and make me 2 attack rolls.
Pew pew.
So that's 2d20s.
Mhm. So total to hit for that 6.
Hit +7.
So 13 just misses, I'm afraid.
Mm.
The other one
11.
definitely hits it. So go ahead and roll me your 1d10 damage. That's a
This is
d12.
the D10.
D10s.
Yep. Okay, sorry.
That's right.
Can I do that again? Because I pressed the
Yeah,
wrong
yeah,
button.
yeah, that's right. I saw that it was pressing the wrong button.
Ah, lovely.
Okay, so 2 points of damage.
Hopefully he's effed up already.
Yeah,
And
he takes the 2 additional points of damage as you otherwise fire down your Eldritch Blast towards them. They seem a bit preoccupied with another target at the moment, it would seem.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
I really hope my mum hasn't been fucking with a Minotaur.
Okay.
Okay.
It is now this Belly Butcher's go, who is now going to make 2 cleaver attacks versus you, Cat, currently.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so first attack. That is a 26 to hit.
Yeah, that hit.
The second one is a 23 to hit.
That hits.
So, the first attack does 13 points of damage.
Okay.
Uh,
Damage resistant thingy.
you are not resistant to this damage, but you mean on
No,
the bottom
with,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can just spend 1 to do that if you
And
want
would
to.
I regain it essentially next turn?
Yes, you would. You
Okay,
can
then
with the plus, it increases the cost by 1 every time you use it.
Okay, right, okay. Right, noted. Then, yeah, I will.
Okay, you'll resist that first hit, so that goes down to 6 points of damage. And then the second one only does 8 points of damage. So 14 damage from those 2 hits. Okay. As it makes the 2 attacks against you, each cleaver strike cutting into a portion of you. You watch as Cat's form almost immediately begins to re-knit itself, reforming around her and protecting her in this instance. Okay. That is going to end its go. Vinny, you're up.
Okay, I'm still frightened of.
Yep. So you cannot voluntarily move closer.
I believe that that's only when she's actually in line of sight. Or am I
She is currently
misremembering?
in line of sight.
I know, but like if he was to move,
If
like,
he was to
forward a
move
couple-
if he was to move this way, he'd be able to then move round, yeah. But wouldn't be able to get closer effectively within this zone of this bubble here.
Yeah.
Cool.
Gotcha.
Or I should say this bubble here, but yeah.
Okay.
Maybe take out the belly butcher by cat, since that one is heavily wounded.
Not a bad idea. Okay, I'm going to bonus action Bardic Inspiration Romulus.
Okay.
Ooh, thank you.
That's a d6 that you can have that you can spend on most things. You got this, buddy. I'll be back.
Thanks.
25. Can I hop past this brazier?
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Okay. Not sure what's going on with cat? That's weird. And I'm gonna try and slash at this belly butcher with my scimitar.
Okay, go ahead.
She's not in line of sight, so I don't have disadvantage. I assume cat is not counting as an enemy at this point.
No.
So otherwise, I wouldn't be listening to it.
Yeah, before you do that, though, I've just remembered I need to roll a Constitution save for the Belly Butcher. For the aura that's currently in effect. The Belly Butcher fails. Okay, noted. Okay, carry on.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, 13 plus...
Plus 4, so it's 17.
17. Okay.
Quickly. No. 17.
Slicing, rushing up behind Cat and slicing with the scimitar. You note your scimitar almost becomes imbued with this kind of dark energy as you take a swing towards it. As you slice across the belly butcher, you watch as its body begins to turn to ash instead of sludge almost immediately. It is dead. Obviously, Cat knows what that aura does, and if I remember correctly, that aura isn't discriminatory.
Oh, I completely missed that one bit.
Yeah, so currently that's not going to matter because you can control it a bit more easily, but do note where you end up with your character.
Okay, hang on.
Oh, and you still have spider form, which is horrific, seeing these tendrils of dark ichor beginning to pull as Cat is almost prepared to climb or move over any surface.
You did this to yourself on purpose, right? Right?
Pretty much, yes. There are
Cool.
there is continuous kind of these ever-present whispers and screams, and as you otherwise begin to get close to Cat, the area around you almost begins to go monochrome, with almost like this black and white hue, and you begin to feel almost like your soul is being drawn out of your body.
That's not good. How solid do these things look, and how high up do they go?
The mushrooms, they're large. How solid they are, you aren't certain without testing. They go up about 5 feet, so if you want to try and use them as a springboard to jump up, then that will be a viable thing.
Okay, how high is this total?
It is 10 feet up to this back bit.
Okay.
So it was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Then 15 more feet. Because I attacked.
Yep.
So screw it.
5, 10...
I'm going to attempt to scrabble up.
Okay, go ahead and make me an acrobatics check as you're using the mushrooms as a springboard.
I assume I'm like taking a big jump towards them. And then
Yes, you're like jumping onto it and then using it to bounce up.
Oh, it's not great. Acrobatics, it's still a 15.
15, okay. As you otherwise bounce off of these mushrooms, they don't give you much height, but they act as effectively a platform to jump off of. As you grab onto the ledge and hoist yourself up, you are now on the ledge. You can now see Professor still from this angle, and all of a sudden your frightened kicks back in again.
It's going to cause problems, but that's the end of my turn. There's nothing else I can do.
Yep, and because you are within line of sight of her, you cannot make a save.
Okay.
Okay, so that ends your go. Romulus, you are up next.
I believe I'm currently grappling a dwarf.
Correct. Actually, that's a point. So the dwarf should still be hit.
Here's a quick thing.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible for me to throw the dwarf at Professor?
Given the nature of this dwarven individual, I'm going to say you're going to need to succeed whatever check they make by 15. Because in this
So not
in this
the
instance,
most likely thing.
they have a feature called dwarven form, which means they can't be moved more than 5 feet by a single attempt, effectively.
Okay. Would it be easier to try and drop them in the lava?
It would take you both your attack actions to drag them, but yes. Because they can't be moved more than 5 feet, so it would have to be.
Those. Yeah, sure. I'm gonna try and drop them in the lava. It just seems the quicker and easier option.
Okay. Dex save from them without a free hand. That is a fail.
Excellent.
As you otherwise drop them in the lava, you watch as they fizzle to the ground. You watch as their body begins to turn to this kind of black ichor, which then begins to steam up into the air around you, creating this almost thick haze. The dwarf is dead. However, you are all currently considered under lightly obscured terrain. So everybody has a +2 to their AC, enemies, and you guys.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That counted as attacks, correct?
Both of your attacks, yes. So your rage does not drop.
More importantly, I can use my horns.
Okay, go ahead.
So I am going to do the smackening. Recklessing here would probably be a bad idea. I can admit this much. I'm going to add a d6 to this because of my Giant's Might.
Mm-hmm.
And... yeah. Obviously a +2 from my rage as well.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming this actually hits, which it probably won't, because that's
No.
only a 13... no, 14.
As you slam into a heavy dwarven plate with your horns, there is a... not necessarily an audible crack, but you feel it through you as you attempt to push her back, but fail to do so. Okay. That ends your turn, I assume?
Yeah, I ain't got anything else particularly special left.
Okay. The Belly Butcher is going to make... it's going to move around into this space here, and is going to make 2 attacks against you.
Understood.
With advantage, because of Professor. That is a 24 to hit, so that hits, and that one is only a 15. Does that hit?
15 does not hit.
Okay, so only one of these 2 will hit.
Mm-hmm. When you say advantage because of Professor, is that something Professor's doing?
Oh no, that's right. It's flanking's different in this one. Sorry.
Even
sorry.
you forgot.
Yeah, I know. Playing in different D&Ds has caused that. So, okay. So if we assume the lower of the first 2 rolls, does a 19 hit or a 21 hit with the plus 2?
19,
okay.
19 still hits, yeah.
Okay, and then the second one, if I assume the lower one hit, it wouldn't hit anyway because it's slightly lower than the other one. Okay, so it's still only one of those hits. So that would be. Where am I looking? That is a 11 damage halved to 5, as it slices across your back with a cleaver. That's what it's got.
Fair enough.
That's it. Okay.
Oh shit!
Hmm?
I was an idiot.
Were you?
Yeah, I was an idiot.
Okay.
I realized I might have been able to do something fun. It's fine. It's too late now.
Okay. Corsair. Excuse me, sorry, I had to sneeze them. Don't know where that came from.
Bless you.
For saying Corsair. Corsair, stop that. Corsair sneezes. Alright, end of his turn.
The jig's up. They know he's alive.
Yep, they do. Oh no. They'll start crawling. 5 feet at a time. Professor. Looks towards you, Romulus.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on, little brother. You should know better. And she's going to take 2 heavy swings with devastation.
Yay.
So, first one. That is a 28 to hit.
Probably gonna hit.
Second one. 24 to hit. Okay.
Also gonna hit.
So I need this, plus these. Okay. So you take... Okay. 17 points of bludgeoning damage, halved to 8. And 7 points of poison damage, halved to 3.
So a total of 11.
11 damage. The second hit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that max damage on the bludgeoning.
I'm going to be using my Cloud Rune. Thank you.
Cloud Rune.
So that damage is all going into the belly butcher behind me.
Okay. Do you...
As
Okay, so that would be... Do I make a new roll for it, or does it use the pre-existing
nope,
one?
it uses the old one. It's why you can use it to just undo critical hits. Very stupid and fun attack.
Okay, so the Belly Butcher takes 20 points of bludgeoning damage and 7 points of poison damage, halved to 3.
Nice.
Okay, as you otherwise, in this instance, take a quick step back, invoking a rune as the attack otherwise slams into the Belly Butcher behind, as she otherwise looks up at you. Very clever. But that's not going to be enough. And as a bonus action, she is going to use an adrenaline surge to give herself 2 more attacks.
Fuck.
That is 16 to hit.
I believe you said that everyone has a +2 in the area. Does not hit.
Okay, so that's first one misses, and then the second one is a 26, so don't worry about that one.
That one's
Alright.
hitting no matter what I do.
Okay, and then roll the dice. Okay, lower roll this time. That's only 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Half to 6.
Halved to 6, and then 7 points of poison damage, halved to 3.
So 9.
9 damage. Yes, as she otherwise takes the swing into you. Each one of these impacts, you feel almost the weight of these strikes behind them as each one crashes into you. A wave of this virulent bile and pestilence that runs across the surface of your skin as you begin to feel the pain taking hold of you. You note that the weapon is not necessarily enchanted, but imbued with these kind of dark infernal runes across the length of it. Okay. That is her bonus action, her action used, and she hasn't used her movement, but in this instance, she hasn't seen Cat, so she's not going to do anything. Okay. End of her turn. Before yours, Kay, is now the lair action, as the lair has been fed.
Oh no. Regret.
So, everyone, Professor, Billy Butcher, everyone in the room, takes 6 points of necrotic damage.
6 points of necrotic.
This is reduced from your maximum health.
I believe this would still be halved since I am.
Yep, this would still be half from you, but everybody make sure to note that your maximum health is 6 lower for this.
Okay, so I'm assuming that comes out of my temp hit points?
That comes out of your temp hit points, and so doesn't affect your current form.
Thank God for that.
Yeah. Yeah. For note, Cat has 1 hit point currently, but she has
literally
a stack of temp hit points.
Oh, so she's gone Felipe in there.
Yes. What? I'd never steal from my old campaigns. What are you talking about? It's not like it was a good mechanic or anything. Alright.
It was very fun.
It was. Especially when there's specific spells that are good versus temp hit points. It means it's not 100% reliable. Okay. End of the lair. Kay, you're up.
Alright.
Who's concentrating on spells, by the way? Currently, you are, Kay, and that's on Alter Self, isn't it?
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll concentration for Alter Self, due to losing 6 hit points. So DC is 10, concentration saving throw. You're fine. Alright. Okay, what would you like to do?
Give me 1 sec. Just need to do this real quick. There we go. Alright, alright, what I am going to attempt to do is I'm going to 5, 10, 15. I'm going to try and use Romulus's movement, the way that he's been moving when he tried to attack her and when he took damage and stuff, to drop onto him to negate as much fall damage as I can.
Okay.
I am
Since
quite tall.
He is tall.
He is quite tall,
He is
yes,
tall.
but this is still like a 20-foot fall. So I'm going to say this is going to involve a dexterity saving throw. On a fail, you hit the ground. On success, you hit Romulus. And if you hit Romulus, you'll obviously take reduced damage.
Dex saving throw, you said?
Yep. DC for this is 10. It's not high. It's just standard 10. Yep. So you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as you otherwise land on Romulus, feeling a little bit of the shock as you land on Romulus's back, which still has ridges of old bone jutting from the shawl, but you know.
Alright, I'm going to use this, because I still don't know if she has or hasn't seen me, to kind of like get down between Romulus's legs. And I'm going to try and do something different.
Okay.
I'm going to try and take the necklace from her.
Okay. You reach up your hand to grab the necklace, and as you do, your hand passes right through it. You are unable to touch the necklace.
Oh, shit. I didn't know that was how that worked.
No, this is something that you learn. There are a few properties of these necklaces you don't know about. You haven't tried handing it to anybody yet at all.
It was worth a shot.
No, very, very good idea. I will say that due to the nature of this, she doesn't notice your presence, so I'll say you're still hidden for the purposes of this.
Alright.
Just as a general, you've learnt some information, but ultimately you remained hidden.
In that case, I'm just going to do my attacks against her then.
Okay. Go ahead. I'll say it would have taken 1 attack to try and grab the necklace, so I'll say you can make a second attack from here.
Yeah. I will do with my tail since I tried to actually grab something.
Yep. I'm just going to move you off of Romulus's tile just because sharing space.
Yeah,
will be difficult,
I was
yeah.
gonna move afterwards.
Yeah, that's right.
A 16 to hit.
You rolled with advantage because you're hidden from her?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Okay, let's go ahead and give me the second roll.
That's a 16 to hit.
16 to hit. As you otherwise jab your tail up towards her, it glances off of her heavy dwarven plate, which seemingly is making her incredibly difficult to hit.
Alright, well, I need to know if I can eat her, so I'm a bite.
Bonus action bite. Go ahead.
Action. Oops. These two, just in case.
She now knows you're there, so no advantage. As you
Okay.
attempt to bite down on her, her armor is incredibly thick, and unfortunately a 17 does not hit. Okay. End of your go. Cat, you are up.
Okay.
Oh, actually, no. Before then, she is going to spend 2 of her instinct to make a... oh no, she's going to spend 3, sorry, to make a malicious onslaught against Romulus.
Oh, joy.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly.
Okay, that is a 29 to hit, and
Well, I'll
a
hit.
19 to hit. Oh no, your AC is increased by 2, just the 19 hit, sorry.
The 19 does still hit.
Okay. How much health are you on, my Romulus?
31. I'm bloodied.
Yeah, she's still going for you.
Yep.
Until you're hitting single digits, she ain't relenting. Okay, so that is 16 points of bludgeoning damage, halved to 8, and then 8 points of poison, halved to 4 for the first attack.
So 12 altogether.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a second, I'm doing the maths on that.
Yep, that's right.
Oh, not looking too good, guys.
And then do the exact same again, because again, it was pretty much the same rolls. It was 1 extra damage on the poison, but 9 is still halved to 4.
Yeah, I am in the single digits now.
Okay. As she otherwise takes the swing against you, you can see this kind of very cruel grin across her face, stretching the skeletal form as she looks at you and goes... and she otherwise says something in a language you cannot understand, to which you hear an acknowledging squeal from behind you as she turns to face you, Kay.
I lick my lips.
This will be interesting. Okay. End of her instinct. Cat, you're up.
I'm gonna die.
Right, I have 30-foot movement.
Mm-hmm.
Am I able to get here?
Yes, as you can climb all surfaces because you still have your spider form.
Okay.
As you otherwise watch as this... Seeing it more in person now for you, Romulus, and very much for her, she's going to turn her attention to you, notably, instead of UK, as she turns away from you. As you watch as this skittering, almost centipede-like centaur begins to climb up and over the kind of the singular eye at the head of this massive, otherwise dark and oily form, spikes teeth and bone jutting from her as she climbs down the surface towards Pavessa.
Okay. So... Right. So can I cast my spells?
No. You can only pull a page.
Can only pull a page, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. The only reason I was asked is you said, do I have a bonus action?
Yes. No. That's when I reread my own text on how your next setup for what you've done is in play.
Right, okay.
I can't cast your spells yet.
Oh, that's exciting. Right. Okay, then in that case, I am going to make 2 slam attacks against her.
Go ahead and make me 2 attack rolls then, please. You get a bonus +2, which will cancel out the lightly obscured due to the nature of the area around you.
That is a 22, and that's +9, so that'd be like...
17. 17 misses, the 22 just hits.
Holy crap.
Spicy.
Yes.
Okay. Right, so that's 1 hit, which is... What was it, 3d6?
3d10. 3d10 plus 5. If you hadn't already guessed, I'm going to be using a damage resistance against this.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, no, by all means. Yeah,
Okay.
you use your damage resistance. If you hadn't
Yeah.
guessed, I'm going to use a malicious onslaught.
Oh, you do that outside of your own turn. Sorry.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, you get legendary actions in that form, except it's known as Instinct, as this is the new form.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No, that's alright. You wouldn't have been able to do a
At the end
malicious
of your
onslaught
turn,
anyway.
you can just then do it immediately, I guess.
No, he has to wait a turn before Instinct can kick in. Otherwise, it gets a bit unfair for how that would work, unfortunately.
Fair enough.
So that's 17 plus... Plus how much?
17 plus 5.
17 plus 5, 22 points of damage, which she's going to halve to 11. Okay. As you otherwise slam into her, you see that there is this massive grin across her face as she looks up towards you. It's you. As her eyes begin to go wide. Okay. With that... that is the end of your go. Kirv, you're up.
Okay. I would like to continue crawling on the ceiling to move a little bit closer.
Okay.
And while I'm doing that, I whisper to my scythe, saying, "Crows, if you can do anything, now would be a good time." And then I go to do the double Eldritch Blast on the...
Okay, go ahead and make me the attack roll. She gets a +2 because of the lightly obscured to her AC. Actual 20 hits, the other one doesn't. So go ahead and roll me the 2d10 because it's a crit. Good first roll. Ooh, nice. 19. As you otherwise speak that down to your scythe, there's a moment where you watch as it begins to coil across the surface. There's a retroactive thing, because I don't think this is something that you've ever used before, but you do have it.
No.
Is Hexblade's Curse. As a bonus action, you can mark a target and do additional damage equal to your proficiency whenever you hit them with something.
Okay.
Always a good idea to do.
Yeah, so Hexblade's Curse basically just allows you to do more damage whenever you hit a target. So if you want to just spend your bonus action to do that, there's a retroactively, so you do an additional 3 damage with this attack.
Yep.
Okay. So that will be 22 damage to Professor, who is not happy about that. As the feather otherwise flies down, coalesced with this curse, it spirals in, striking in through the armor as it otherwise punctures through a portion of her shoulder before it dissipates. A little bit of the black blood slipping out from her wound on her chest. Okay. That is the end of your turn.
Can I do my thing?
You can do your malicious onslaught, yeah. Go ahead and make me 2 more attacks. Oh, so that was a 1 and a 14 I saw. So the 14, I believe, hits.
It's a 23. The other
Yep.
one was...
The natural 1, however... Okay. You watch as from the roll of a natural 1, as she otherwise looks up towards you, seeing this, there is a moment where she reaches out her hand towards you. And as you otherwise go to strike with your second attack, you pass straight through her. Your second attack is nullified. You do not know why.
Fair.
Okay, so mark off your malicious onslaught points there. Okay, Vinny, you are up. At the beginning of your turn, I would like you to make me a Constitution saving throw against the Aura of Desolation. The cat is otherwise emitting at this point.
Okay.
3. Until the start of your next turn, any damage you take comes away from your maximum health. If you're reduced to 0, you are disintegrated.
Interesting. Kirv is clinging to the ceiling at this point, right?
Yeah, so Kirv is just out of range of cat currently.
Oh, meaning that
She's about 30
more
feet
meaning
up.
she's not
from
blocking
you.
my not blocking my
No.
route.
No,
Because
she-
if I go 5, 10, how much movement is it going to take to scramble down the cliff to get here?
Carefully or jumping?
I guess if I go carefully, it would take.
It would be difficult terrain, so it would take 20 feet of movement, yeah.
And would that get me to here?
With your movement speed, yeah, that'll be fine.
Cool. Right, I will do that then.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my action to attack this belly butcher. I don't believe I have disadvantage because is Romulus fully body blocking carry his size?
At this point, because you'd still be able to theoretically shoot through Romulus, it would just be 3/4 cover. She is still within your line of sight here, I'm afraid.
Okay, that's unfortunate. Right, I'm going to.
Does he not get any additional saves on that fear, by the way?
He does, but only when he's completely out of line of sight of her. And because each time it's got to the end of his turn, he's been within line of sight of her, he can see her, he doesn't get the additional save.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, it's like Turn Undead. It's very nasty if you can't get out of line of sight.
Well, I'm going to attempt to attack the belly butcher with my scimitar.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. So make the attack with disadvantage then, please. You would still get sneak attack because technically Corsair is adjacent to it, should you hit, but We'll have to
Oh,
see.
true. I'll roll that. in a
I'm
second.
also technically adjacent to it, but
That unfortunately will miss, however, with your
I can't.
swing.
No, I can't sneak attack on disadvantage no matter what.
Oh, really?
okay.
Yeah.
That sucks. Okay. No, unfortunately that misses. As you otherwise kind of take it, as you go to take a swing, your eyes are otherwise diverted elsewhere, as Professor is still there with almost this very dangerous and menacing aura coming from her, and you are still very much frightened.
Okay, I'm going to attempt bonus action attempt to stab with my short sword.
Okay, go ahead. Again, attack with disadvantage.
Mm-hmm. 16 to hit.
16 does hit. So that does 5 plus 4 damage.
Plus another 2 cold, yeah.
Oh,
You
plus
was
another
using
2
any
cold as well.
flourishes?
Can only use those on my main action turn, unfortunately.
Really?
The attack action. Yeah, otherwise I'd use mobile flourish, tried to push him 5 feet back and then move here and get more cover from you.
That's fair.
But-
yeah.
Or defensive flourish and
AC
my
yourself up
AC.
to fuck. Yeah.
but nothing I can do.
Okay.
Yeah, so 11 damage total. And
Okay,
this is really
11
small, so-
damage. Noted. Romulus, it is now your go.
Right. Just looking through my list. Things I can do. My first thing is I'm going to use my second wind.
Okay, bonus action second wind. Go ahead and roll me that d10 plus 3.
God, please roll decently for once. Fuck. 5.
5. That's
5.
that's 10 effective hit points currently, though, so...
This is true. This is true. And with the rest, my turn. She can't really risk hitting me at this point in time because I am exceedingly killable. And she objectively can do enough damage to take me out in a single hit. And she would know that. So, just to check, in my current position, I believe I do still get a +2 from Corsair against the Belly Butcher.
I'm going to say Corsair's not fighting, so in this instance it wouldn't be a +2 from Corsair, I'm afraid.
Understood.
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to move over here. So at the very least, the Belly Butcher doesn't get a +2 from Professor.
Okay.
I do want to kill Professor, but this Belly Butcher is the one that's going to actively be trying to kill me right now. So yeah, I'm gonna take 2 hits from the Belly Butcher using the halberd, the Ghost Steel halberd.
Go for it.
Fuck it, guys. Should I reckless attack this or stay
No.
safer?
Probably, if you're asking for me, I'd probably stay safer. Live, 'cause I can't heal you.
Very fair, very fair. Yeah, I'm just going to be making 2 attacks. I'm not going to be doing anything spicy with this. That is an 18 and a 22 to hit.
Both hit, quite happily.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I should add I have Giant Smite, so I'm adding a d6 to this.
To one or both?
Just one of them. So that's 3, 6, plus 10, plus 2, plus 2, 8. Math, Simon.
Right, so
Sorry,
you're
so
doing
was it-
10 damage plus 4 because rage for 2 attacks, so 14. Plus, how much for each of
The
your...
plus 2 from Ghost Steel.
So additional 4, so that's 18.
And obviously the additional 4 here, because so
Oh, I was
10,
counting that as 10, sorry.
and 10 for strength.
And 10 for strength. So then that does 28 damage.
28 damage, nice.
Okay.
That's against Belly Butcher.
Yep, Belly Butcher is looking like he's had a rough day.
Had a rough day. He's not having a fun time.
She had a bad
If
day.
anyone has any healing, just a heads up. Now would be the time.
End of
I
your
wish I could.
end of your turn. It is the Belly Butcher's go, who is going to make 2 attacks against you. You have you have +2 to your AC until the start of your until the start of K's turn. So that is a 24 to hit.
That one will hit.
And that's 26 to hit. They're rolling really well.
Those will both hit.
Okay. Okay, first one does 10 points of slashing, half to 5. This second one does 15 points of damage, half to 7.
That will take me to 0.
Okay. Romulus is unconscious as he falls to the ground. The Butcher doesn't have anything else it can do, though. So that will end the Butcher's go. Corsair continues to crawl. He's disengaging and crawling. Pavessa, seeing Romulus go down, looks around at the rest of you with this grin. It'd be nice to stay, but I'm going to take it the same way I took the other one. She's going to step up, prompting an attack of opportunity from you, Cat.
Okay. Is that just one slam?
One slam, yeah.
Would love a nat 20 right now, just saying.
Can I slam or can I grab her?
This would have to be a slam.
Okay, so this thing
Yeah.
doesn't like her. Well, that's 21.
21. That unfortunately misses. As you take a swing against her, it glances off the heavy plate as she steps up to Romulus. She's going to make an investigation check. So, Romulus, I'm going to let you decide on this one. As this is it's only fair to ask you where you would have hidden this on your body. She is going to be checking around your neck. I believe
There
that's
is
where you
exactly
hid it.
one place I would have been keeping it.
Mhm.
And it's the place that I think that no one would ever really want to go.
It's up your
Or if they
arsehole.
found...
I'm doing
No,
damage to you every day.
No, no. It's in the bag of war crime dust.
Oh, okay.
I like that.
So as she otherwise attempts to investigate across your form, she fails to find the amulet. She otherwise looks frustrated. You see she otherwise makes a command pointing at Romulus's head.
Oh dear.
And as a bonus action, you watch as she brings her hands up in front of her, and as she pulls her and as she otherwise pulls her hands apart, you watch as her form begins to shift. She is casting a spell.
Counterspell.
Okay. This is a 3rd level counterspell, correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a d20 and add your intelligence modifier. This is against a 4th level spell.
Please roll high. Please.
Okay.
That is a 14.
Plus 14 is the DC you need to meet.
14 plus 2 for
Okay.
my intelligence modifier.
Okay. So as she otherwise stretches out her hands to either side, that you instinctively, using your magic, reach out and snag hers, dragging it towards you. Okay, so she's just going to use the rest of her movement as you watch as, from the back of her plate, you watch as these almost crooked metallic wings begin to peel outwards, and she's going to use her fly speed she hasn't yet got to use. And she is going to fly 5 feet, 10 feet in the air, so prompting an attack of opportunity from UK. And is then going to move
Definitely going to
so
attack.
she went 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She's going to land behind you, Vinny. Oh, also, I need to roll to see if she succeeded her save against the aura, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and Vinny and Romulus, I'd also like you to make rolls as well for your Constitution saving throw, if you please, for the aura on your turn.
Oh, that's only
No.
13.
Okay. How much damage did you take, Romulus, on that turn? It was 12, wasn't it, across 2 attacks? Or was it 15?
Yes. It was 12.
12. Okay, your maximum health is reduced by 12.
Noted.
Yeah. If that maximum health reaches 0, you disintegrate. Keep that in mind.
I got that.
Okay. Okay, so Kay, you made an attack of opportunity, I assume?
Yes. I want it known that I tried to move this die and it changed.
Okay.
It was a 12. It was
12.
only up by 1.
Okay.
But, my attack in total was 20.
20. Unfortunately, that misses versus her heavy plate. And she otherwise flies over, landing behind you, Vinny. She otherwise looks at you with a holding her hammer in place as she kind of takes a slight glance towards the portal. You can only fathom what she might be planning to do on her turn. Next turn, sorry. Okay, she regenerates some of her instinct now that her turn is gone. Okay, end of her turn. It is the Lair's turn. The Lair is going to use Swarm of Imps.
Oh, great.
I would like everybody to make me a dexterity saving throw, unless you are a fiend. So, Kirv, you are actually immune to this because you come from hell.
Yay!
Is Vinny also because of Tiefling,
No,
or-
unfortunately, because he originates from the prime material, he is still affected.
Where does this thing come from?
I'm unconscious. Does anything
you-
happen to me? Or
You would still be affected by this cat. In this instance, you are immune to this effect, Romulus, because the effect here is going to knock you prone and cause you to drop one item you are holding.
That 20.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense for the big sludgy form. Okay,
That'd be interesting.
Vinny, what did you get for your dexterity saving throw?
Dex save 17.
Okay, you are fine. The imps, as they otherwise swarm out of the portal and begin to spiral around the room, you do not lose your footing and you do not drop either of your weapons. Kay, what did you get?
I also got a 17.
So you are fine as well. Romulus, you're already prone and
can't really drop anything right
can't
now.
really drop anything, so I'll say the imps mischievously are, I don't know, cutting bits of fur off of you because it's funny.
That's fair.
It's also unfair, but you know. Corsair, he's already prone, but he does still succeed. He manages to keep a hold of. Actually, no, he's not carrying anything. So no, he's just on the floor anyway. Okay, so that lair action did nothing. Kay, you're up.
What is it to give a potion to somebody again?
An action.
Of course it is. Alright,
Oh, could you also make a Constitution save throw at the start of your turn, please?
Save.
Okay.
Probably
Any
fails.
damage you take will take away from your maximum health.
Yep. Let me double check something real quick. Ice cream. Ooh, thank you. Ah, okay. I am going to. Can't really do that. Alright, I am going to, I guess the only thing I can do is just give Romulus a potion.
Okay.
A normal potion.
Okay, so go ahead and roll me the 2d4 plus 2 then, please, Kay.
Seven, 9.
7. 9 points of healing to you, Romulus.
Oh.
You are up but prone.
Alright, so I was here, right?
Yep.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, just to try and deal with this thing so it doesn't attack Romulus or whatever.
Okay.
I am just going to use my bonus action attack to claw it.
Go ahead.
Come on. And this thing doesn't have its +2. Never mind.
No plus 2 to AC, but as you otherwise take your strike, it's going to spend its reaction to make an attack against you. No, it's not actually. It's got its orders. Okay. So that's your bonus action, your action, and your movement. Cat, you are up.
Okay.
Roll me a charisma saving throw, please. As you hear a voice say, "It's taking too long."
That's 17.
17. You feel this sudden urge. You need to kill something this turn. Belly Butcher or Professor?
Okay. Who's looking the bloodiest?
The Belly Butcher, definitely. Professor's taken very little in terms of hits. She's looking quite healthy in comparison.
Okay, well, I mean, driven by instinct, so 2 slam attacks against Belly Butcher.
Go ahead. Both hit.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll your damage. So 44 damage.
44 damage.
Okay. Taking the 2 swings against it, you slam into the Belly Butcher, otherwise swinging both of your almost jelly-formed arms towards it, slamming into it. It's pushed back against the wall and condenses to otherwise putty.
Okay. That's pretty much all I've got. Unless
Yeah,
I can move.
You can move here if you want to. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. End of your go.
Yep.
Professor is going to... Yeah, she's going to spend 3 to try and make a malicious onslaught against you.
Yeah, that's fair.
First attack is an 18 to hit. No, sorry. 16 to hit.
No.
And the second attack is... yeah, that's hits. That's a 27 to hit.
Yeah, no, that hits.
Okay. Do you have any resistance damage resistances?
Resistance to acid, fire, and poison.
Okay, so the poison damage here will be halved. So the poison damage is halved to 1. And the bludgeoning that you take is 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, I have... Yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay, let's see. What can I have her do now? Oh, actually, sorry, I forgot one of her abilities. Cat, how much damage did I do to you bludgeoning wise?
12.
Triple that to 36.
Fuck!
As she does triple damage to summons inorganic material and structures.
Joy.
Holy mother of hell.
Is your form still up?
Okay. Yeah, it is. I'm on 25 health, though. Plus 1.
Okay. That's her instinct used. Kirv, you're up.
Cat, do you want to use your instinct to beat the shit out of her?
That wasn't her turn.
No, that
Ah.
wasn't her
Instinct.
turn. That was her instinct. So now it moves to Kirv's turn. She has to wait until after Kirv's turn here.
Mm-hmm.
Just remember to do that, because, no
I
point in
plan
not.
to.
Yeah, and you remembered you only recharge 1, so
Mm-hmm.
keep that in mind, depending on how much you've used so far.
I've got 4 at the moment.
Okay, so you can do 1 more malicious onslaught. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Could Romulus do with another health potion?
Oh.
Or should I focus on attacking?
She can't really hit Romulus.
Okay. Alright.
Chris,
Oh,
just to pick
that's
your brain.
Mhm.
Sorry. Do I get a instinct point back at the end of my turn or the start of the round?
At the start of the round of combat.
Okay, cool. I'm on 4.
Yes, you should be on 4 at the start of this round, correct? Because you should have been down to 3, and
Yes.
you'll be on. Yeah.
Sorry, didn't mean to cut you. I was just.
No,
didn't know.
that's okay. It's a good question to ask. Okay, sorry, Kirv. Just carry on.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch out by doing another 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm just thinking, do I want to be... I obviously want a good line to hit, but I don't want to be too close if she gets angry with me. So is that going to be okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So go ahead and make me the 2 attacks then, please.
Oh, please don't be angry with me, Goth Mummy. I'm just
Yeah,
trying to shoot you.
Okay, what's the higher one to hit?
The higher one to hit. Oh,
Yeah, so 12
it's
plus...
7? Sorry, is that what you're looking for?
Yeah, so 19, that unfortunately misses, and as does the lower one of the 2.
Yeah.
As you fire off 2 Eldritch Blasts, they otherwise glance off of her plate, striking into the wall behind Corsair, whimpering in the moment.
Oh. And then suddenly crows emerge from the hell pit and they kill her. Yeah?
Nope.
Yay! And we all party.
Okay. And is that the end of your turn, Kirv?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
End
I'll
of your
go
turn.
use my malicious onslaught.
Okay. And she regains some of her instinct, so she'll be able to use a damage resistance on one of these. So go ahead and make me the 2 attack rolls then, please.
Cool.
Okay. Only
One's
one of
gonna
those
miss,
hit.
One will hit.
Okay. And she's going to spend 2 on resisting that damage. 27. That's pretty good. Plus 5 is 32. Halved to 16. I am glad I resisted that. That was a hefty hit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She's looking bloodied.
Oh, thank God. She's actually a bit weak.
Okay. With that, Vinny, it is your go. Go ahead and roll me a
Okay.
Constitution saving throw to see if you're going to be affected by the Aura of Desolation.
She cannot still be concentrating on the lockstep, so if you push her into the fucking flames now...
I don't think lockstep.
Lockstep isn't concentration.
Yeah, lockstate's not concentration.
Oh,
It just exists.
It's until
the
the spell.
worst.
It's until the spell.
Yeah.
You can make a strength check against it. You need a cumulative strength check equal to half the spell's level rounded down times the spell save DC.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that it is basically you have to defeat her spell save DC in order to move her 5 feet. However,
you're
it
only going to
doesn't
move her
cause,
5 feet.
but it doesn't cause her to fall. You've seen how lockstep works before. You can hover and move with it, but as the one who is the caster of it, she can basically mentally use a command word to move around. Cat, take notes. This is an incredibly powerful way to use lockstep. It's why it's
True.
It's why it's a 3rd level spell. All right.
True. I thought you had to verbally say it, not think it.
No, you can think it if you're the caster. You can think it. Everybody else has to say it.
Well, that's exciting.
Okay, Vinny, you're up.
Okay. Alright, best thing I can do here is try to hit her, because that is an option, so I'm going to use my action to attack with my scimitar.
Okay. Go ahead, make me the attack with disadvantage, please. You are still frightened.
Mm-hmm.
That misses, unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay, well, I've made an attack against her now, so thanks to fancy footwork, she
You
can
can
also
run
attack
away.
me. So,
10, 15, 20. If you're climbing the ladder, it's just 5 feet of movement, so that's fine.
Cool.
Okay. And if you want to get break line of sight, you can move one further into the corner to get a save at the end of your turn.
Over here. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Cool.
Go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw, please. Total?
15.
15 just fails, I'm afraid. DC is 16 for this. Okay. As you remain frightened, feeling her presence from this far away still. Okay. End of your go, Romulus. You are currently prone.
I stand up
You stand up.
and I move over one.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a 10-foot range weapon.
Yep.
I bonk her so fucking hard.
Go for it.
I'm going to reckless with the thinking that, well, if she does kill me, she's lost out on her chance of this, and she wants that more than she wants to kill me.
Mm-hmm. Go for it.
So first attack. Oh my! Sorry, I'm having a bit of spicy time. That's 17 plus 8. That's going to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Okay, so 6 plus 9 plus 1, so 16 points of damage on the first hit.
16 points damage on first hit. Ooh, nice. Second hit.
Time for second hit first.
Mm-hmm.
It's only a 19. That's gonna miss.
That will miss, unfortunately. Yeah.
Yeah. There's no way to really push forward for the bonus
No,
action.
unfortunately not.
Is there? I could have sworn I picked up some healing potions, but I didn't put them in my thing. Question.
Mm-hmm.
If I was to throw an item from my bag at someone,
Okay.
would that be a bonus action? If it's a non-weapon item?
Depends. Like, if it's going to cause a harmful effect, then yes. If it's just passing something to your allies, then no.
Okay. I was thinking of, the good suck leaf? Which I refer to the magic sucking leaf.
Yes, I know what you're referring to.
I'm very tempted to throw that at her and just see what fucking happens.
So in this instance, you are attempting to hit her. So that would be an action to
that
throw
would be an
something
action.
at her.
Okay, so not an option at this
Chuck
point
it in
in
the
time.
portal, see what happens.
That would be that would be a
interesting.
bonus action.
No, I don't want to lose the leaf on that. That feels like there are other things I can spend that on. Let me just double check. Oh yeah, I'm gonna bonus action rage because I technically lost that
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a bonus
so-
action rage.
because I did attempt to attack her, so I think it should still be maintained.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Just to give myself a little bit of leeway, she might not necessarily be able to detect that I'm taking half damage, but so she probably still won't attack me. But worst case scenario, yeah,
Okay.
Also, you do some more damage.
Yeah, oh, that's true. I kind of forgot that. Could we have done that retroactively on the hit? Because otherwise she took 2 less damage.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm allowed. Oh,
Cool,
okay with that.
All right.
That's the end of your turn.
That's the end of my turn. Yeah.
Corsair, no, he's... What can Corsair do?
I don't know, but do I technically count him as a friend?
No, you don't. So, well, even if he's a... Well, I'll leave that up to you if you count him as a friend. Either way, he needs to make his con save, which he fails. Actually, no. No, never mind. He just succeeds.
Okay, is it possible that he might see Pervessa there and just be like, she's right by the fire pit? I could just put her in the fire pit.
No, I was thinking that. Does he want to? He can't.
It would end all his problems.
Yeah, but doesn't he need proof? Can't really have proof if she's a...
Oh, to be
In a
clear, he's not getting a penny no matter what.
Yeah, no, agreed.
Mm-hmm.
He do. Sorry, it's
Yeah,
definitely...
but he doesn't
kinda
have to know
rude.
that until he's killed her.
No, he potentially has something that he can do. It's just a matter of whether he can do it.
It's just the closest ally, buddy.
If he can get over
Yeah.
to me, I've got at least 3 weapons strapped to me at any one point in time, so if he needs a weapon.
Yeah, you know what? He's going to do that. 10,
Got hand axes.
20. He's going to move over to you,
A
Romulus, and be
maul.
like, can you get me something? Anything that I can throw.
Hand axe, yeah.
Have you got anything explosive?
Give me a second here. I have to actually check this.
See, now this would be a perfect time to have war crime dust available.
The water crime dust is available. It's unfortunately not.
It's not
Okay.
explosive.
It's not available.
No. He's going to otherwise look at you as you're otherwise kind of thinking about this and go, we need to destroy that far room. Pointing across past this way.
Sorry, I'm genuinely having to have a solid look through here.
No, that's fine. I'll say that this will be him basically asking you, and if you wish to give him anything, I'll say it's a reaction retroactively. Because he can't currently do anything, because he's basically done.
I've got a torch.
No. He otherwise shakes his head and goes, don't worry. He otherwise looks around. He doesn't
Because there's the brazier right next to him, so he could
light
arguably,
it, but
if I give him a torch, he just puts it through that and then chuck.
he needs something explosive on the other end, though.
Okay.
Yeah, the only person who would really have anything explosive is Cat, but he recognizes Cat, but isn't willing to interact with Cat currently.
Yeah, I wanna stress. I would have loved some explosive stuff, but no one's let me have any. And
Yeah.
I can't really make the argument that yes, I keep my flour in an airtight sealed container to make
okay.
a flour bomb.
As Corsair otherwise does this, Pervessa otherwise hisses at him, and you watch as Corsair's throat goes bright red as he otherwise kind of grabs it and falls prone on the ground, otherwise writhing in pain. On to her turn. She is going to... You have some good
Welcome
friends, Romulus.
Better than yours. Look, either run or die. I might not be able to kill you myself, but you can't kill me either. And you've not got any of your lackeys left.
How about a deal, then?
You want to make a deal now?
My 2 pieces. And you don't get in my way.
Don't interfere with your work, here or anywhere else.
Agreed. That's the deal. She waits for a moment, otherwise holding her hammer to one side.
I'd much rather you just ran away, because there's a really big bounty on this on getting this whole thing fixed, and I would really like it.
Is this you saying this to her?
I think, yeah, I think genuinely I'm like, there's a really big bounty on this place. I'd rather... Could you leave here and then I not mess with your stuff?
Fine. And she's going to, in that moment, she is going to disengage as an action, and she's going to drop into the pit. As you watch her dive headfirst into it, you watch as her body shimmers with this almost bright blue and purple light for a moment.
So she
As she
has
pierces
just
through
left
it.
my threatened range.
She disengaged.
Shit. Where are the pieces?
She offered them. They were around her neck. She offered them to not get in the way of her projects, and you didn't take it. So she's now in whatever dimension she is in.
Yeah, frankly, I'd much rather she gets away and we get the benefits of this than get those 2 pieces right now. Yeah, I'd really rather not have. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just there wasn't anything we could do to stop her from escaping, so it really there, because I at least I don't think so. Unless you have any weird reactions, Cat.
No.
Okay. And now we've got to deal with Cat.
Yeah, good luck with that. Hang on 1 second. Yeah, okay. No. She doesn't.
Oh, wow,
doesn't
okay.
Crusader's friend, by the way.
Okay. Okay. So, as this happens and she dives through, yeah, no, okay. Okay. It's your go. You see Cat.
Kay doesn't know how to feel about this.
Do you want to end your turn?
Kay is gonna go over here,
Mm-hmm.
near Corsair, and prepare to defend Corsair. I don't know what's going to happen, and I've heard the party talking about wanting to kill Corsair or hurt Corsair or anything like that, and I want answers before Corsair dies.
Okay.
So I am defending Corsair.
Okay. Cat, on your turn, you hear the voice very strongly in your mind say, "You can escape." I would like you to make me a charisma saving throw. You have disadvantage because of the creature, and advantage because of Zychania. If you fail, all of your allies are considered enemies until I say so.
Mine.
I will allow you to wild magic to Tides of Chaos if you wish.
Okay, yeah.
Go ahead and roll me the D100. I'm only going to do this once. I'll allow it. 83.
16.
Okay. Okay. 16?
Mm-hmm.
You succeed. But at what cost? Roll me 2d10. Every creature within 30 feet of you takes that damage as your wild magic goes off.
Oh no!
Corsair has 12.
Oh, no.
Corsair has 12 hit points.
Can I
have not.
can I
many.
defend Corsair and take all the damage that he would take?
In this instance,
I said I
no.
would defend him.
You will defend him, but this is against wild magic. If you wish to try and take it, it will... How much health are you on?
I am currently on. I am on 51 HP.
Okay. Roll me a Constitution saving throw, please. This is going to be for your... Yes, this is going to be for the Aura of Desolation.
Oh, freaking course I
You will
will.
lose 24 maximum health if you take Corsair's damage for him. And
I'm okay with that.
I'll say it'll also burn the rest of your spell points that you currently have.
I only had 2 anyways, so
Okay. So,
I will take the 24.
Corsair takes no damage, as you otherwise absorb the rest. Your maximum and your current hit points are reduced by 24. Romulus, you take 12. Kirv, you take 12. Vinny, you take 12.
I believe I am raging, and this
So
was...
you take half.
Yep, which is the only thing that keeps me up.
Yep. And Cat, you would regain 24, 30, 42. You regain 54 hit points if you're missing any on your actual person.
On my actual person.
On your cat form.
Okay, cool. I am missing 5.
Okay, so you regain those 5 hit points as you heal 54 hit points from all that damage that was dealt.
Okay.
Okay. As this happens, you regain control. Do you wish to end this form, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Make me one final charisma saving throw. You have advantage. That's Chania is helping you.
15.
15 just fails, I'm afraid. The form does not end, but your turn does.
Oh, thank God for that.
Kirv, is there anything you wish to do? I'll say, party, is there anything you wish to do before it gets back to Cat's turn?
Yeah, because...
Yes, I am aware of the turn. Or, where are the time, sorry.
I'm just going to say, please, Cat, you can fight this.
Roll me a persuasion check.
I'm going to give Corsair a potion to heal.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me the
So he will
2d4
not
plus
die.
2.
I pretty much need a nat 20 to get anything close to a reasonable
The
score on
DC for this will be 16. It'll be the same as what the
Yeah, no, I got
setting
nothing.
in place with the charisma saving throw here.
Wait! Oh, wait, no, there's no point in it.
5.
5. Okay. So Corsair has 5 hit points. So Corsair has 17 currently.
And I would like to healing word Romulus.
Okay.
Thank you!
Your healing word Romulus. Your fear has ended, by the way, at this point.
Cool.
And Kirv, is there anything you wanted to do?
Yeah.
No, I think
What's the
apart from,
healies on
like,
that?
you would like more healing, sorry.
Second.
Oh, they were talking.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm just going to have a melancholy moment where Kirv sort of just looks down into the portal emotionally.
Go ahead and make me an Arcana check.
Oh, and K stays over Corsair to keep him protected still.
Okay.
Let's cast this at second level.
Five.
5. You're sad.
I'm sad.
Yeah.
How much was that altogether, Vinny?
Heal for 11.
Okay.
Love that, thank you.
Nothing else?
No, nothing else. Cat, it's back to your turn. The lair would do stuff if Professor was around, but I'm going to mitigate the fact that imps might try and steal your items or you take damage. So, Cat, is there anything you wish to do?
How much control has Cat got? Because
Right now,
Corsair's still technically not a friend.
right
and-
now, Corsair's not a friend. You can try and resist and revert your form if you wish to.
Okay, and should I fail, does Corsair take hits?
Should you fail, everybody becomes your enemy, and then we'll move on from there. If you succeed, you will maintain control.
Okay.
This is at the start of your turn, and then reverting will require a second charisma saving throw, but you have advantage on that
Okay.
second one.
So this is a flat roll.
Yep, so the first one for your charisma saving throw, natural
Yep.
1. Your party becomes your foe. Please take your turn as if every member of your party is an enemy.
Well,
Given that,
had
I would like
actually-
everybody to make a Constitution saving throw against the aura to see if they would lose maximum health from this. Corsair rolled a natural 20.
I also rolled a natural 20.
So you're fine.
I think I hit like a 32.
So this was Constitution?
Yep. So, Kirv, what did you get?
Sorry, just a sec.
That's right.
14.
14. You will lose maximum health if you take any damage. Vinny.
10.
10. You will lose maximum health if you're taking damage.
Did the
Cat.
same apply to the AoE attack?
Yes, it would have. But you weren't in the radius previously, so you wouldn't have been affected by it the second time around. So you wouldn't have taken any maximum health from that previous one, now. It was just going forward. Okay, what did you get?
I got a 19.
Okay, so you won't take any. You won't lose any, same as Romulus and Corsair. Okay. Cat.
Yes.
Well, this is where we die.
Have I got an attack?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going
would
for Corsair.
say
I was looking at Corsair to
Yeah.
start with.
Yeah.
The hungry eyes want Corsair and they want to devour everything of that man.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your attacks with advantage. Kay, you'll be taking the damage instead for him.
Oh no.
Yes, I will.
Why are you doing this?
I said that I would protect him.
Yeah.
I want answers.
So roll with advantage, please, Cat.
It's a nat 20. And
Good hit.
19.
I would like.
28.
I would just ahead of time. I would like to use one of my biological resiliences on that nat 20 damage.
That's fair. So go ahead and roll me the 60, 10 plus 5. For this first hit. 40 damage.
40.
39.
39. So you take 39 points of damage from that first hit.
I'm
You still-
down.
You're down. Second attack goes against Corsair. Go ahead and roll me the 3d10 plus 5.
It's gonna be wild if he doesn't die. Yeah, no,
Oh,
he's dead.
No,
He's
that's a
dead,
31. As Kay, you otherwise loom over to get in the way, kind of trying to stop Cat from doing this. The arm swings down, slamming you and whacking you into the wall as you fall back unconscious. Your old self is no longer concentrating on that. And, of course, as the second attack comes down, you watch as Corsair's head is splattered and consumed. Cat, you are suddenly flooded with memories of what Corsair once knew. You also, in this moment, inherit his curse.
wonderful.
What's his curse?
Of course, because I need anything else. Let's go. A curse.
Roll me a charisma saving throw.
Okay. I'm sick of charisma save frozen off.
6.
8.
Oh, 8. You otherwise see visions of things. You see Corsair and his family taken away by what looks to be Professor and the Belly Butchers. As Corsair is bound by a curse to Professor herself, to never speak ill or strike at her.
Oh my god.
You are no longer allowed to ever deal damage to Professor. Doing so will deal 60-10 psychic damage to you every time you do. You are now affected by the Geas spell.
Is
For the
that
next
specifically...
Okay, to clarify, the gear spell only applies once per day.
True, but this is a specific curse that Professor gets to do.
That's fine. Just it's not. the gear
I know,
spell,
I know it's
yeah,
not the gear spell. It's just this is a good reference point.
That's fair enough.
How long does that last for?
You don't know.
Okay. Oh.
As
And
the
is that
have to get
specifically
some
in this
removed
form, or is that
curve.
just cat?
That is Cat entirely. As you feel it begin to burn onto your throat in that time. You have killed Corsair, your previous once only enemy. So go ahead and roll me a charisma save to see if you can break out of this stupor of enemies.
11. So 13.
13. No, you still see your allies as enemies. Flip them over. Okay.
GG.
Okay. Kirv, Vinny, and Romulus. Are you attacking Cat? Yes or no?
I
kind of
think
want to
we
back up.
have to.
I'm going to make a roll.
Now, Kat, you know how
This
much
point-
health you have, and I'm aware of the time, so I will be just taking average damages here.
Yeah.
I am going to attempt to subdue Cat.
So I'll say
I'm
make
going
me
to be
2
putting
attack
myself
rolls.
between her and Kay and doing the same.
I will be recklessing this because if she tries to attack me, she attacks me, and there's no way I can survive it otherwise. So I'm
Okay.
recklessing.
Kirv, are you attacking at all?
No, I'm backing away.
Okay. So, Romulus, go ahead and give me your attack rolls.
First attack.
Crit.
Oh, that's a nat 20. I'll also take another d6 there.
Yep.
So just
So, Vinny, if you want to go ahead and make your attack, go ahead.
Mhm.
so first attack is 18 plus 5 plus 4.
Okay.
So that should be 27 altogether, I believe.
It's 27 damage.
That
Second-
exceeds my temporary
Okay.
hit points.
Okay.
Just- I've got
Continue your
25
attacks.
at the moment.
Continue your attacks, please.
I said I'm doing subdual.
I know. I know you're doing subdual. But the creature's damage that it takes exceeds and goes over to into her health. So let's see if she falls unconscious.
Okay.
So,
Does
17,
yeah, 17 here as well.
just hits, I believe. Versus...
Um,
yep, just
17,
hits
yes.
versus that form, yeah.
So plus 9 again for me.
So,
So
9
11.
additional damage. Okay. So any excess you're taking here, make sure you're taking away from your actual health here.
Yeah, I'm taking it from a current.
So that's 14.
14.
Okay.
Subdual here. I need to stress that again.
Oh, it's fully subdual. This isn't going to put her into death saving throws. This is just, is she going to be at 0? Because you've still got to get out of here next session.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as Cat shrinks back down to her normal cat size, the strikes otherwise going through. Cat, are you conscious currently?
Yeah.
Okay. You are conscious but gravely wounded. A Corsair dead and unrevivable next to you, and a K bleeding in the corner. Does anybody wish to use any healing? I'll say K
If someone
go.
points
I'm
him out
going
to
to healing
K,
word.
yeah, I was gonna say if someone points it out, I will.
Okay. I've just
I've
rolled your...
got any healing. I will do medicine checks on people if no one else can get to them.
This is just if anybody's going to heal K, because otherwise K is going to make a
Yeah.
second death save. I've rolled one to
Second
see if it
level
was a
healing
20
word.
just in case, but
If
it
someone
wasn't,
points
it
it out,
wasn't
I
an
will.
actual one, so... Oh, Vinny's using a potion, you said?
His second level healing word.
Okay, second level healing word, so... How much does that heal K for?
So that's 8 total.
Okay. Okay. Oh, and what I did there for you, Sudz, is I just rolled to see if you got a natural 20 and got up on your own. Either way, I would have then had you just roll whatever the test would have been after that. Just because I want to see if anybody needed to spend any resources. So, Kay, you receive your healing, and you are otherwise conscious once again. If very injured and very, very dizzy. And with that, I think we'll end tonight's session. Bloodied at the sight of a family reunion, with the party otherwise beating the so-called leader of this group, but now in a situation which they hadn't originally foreseen. We will see you next time to see just exactly what our party will do. Thank you, and bye-bye.
Bye.
I
Bye.